Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, James on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, right? Brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Vandela, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you eat keep on gradually, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. To spoon. You want to get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah. Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you got today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you got today?
Spoon.
Beseku.
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Ba.
Spoon.
Skidibidi dabado.
Spoon TV. Spoon entertainment.
Kuwa. Beseku, kudileo. Kudileo.
On the spoon to get
Yes,
your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television.
Yes,
Spoon radio station. Spoon television.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, James on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, right? Brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you bati leo? Yes, what you bati leo? Beseku, beseku. Bada 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 bada. Skibidi bidi da bado.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia.
It's a great way to welcome all of you across the world to another edition of the program. This is Spoon Talk. We are back on your radio, live across the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5. We're live on Fabric Radio 101.1. Many thanks to our partner radio stations across Liberia that are always relaying the program. Thanks to Trust FM in Bowman County, Premier FM in Bung, Train Radio in Grand Crew, and a host of other radio stations across Liberia. Spoon Talk is that space where you get authentic news about the happenings across Liberia, objective analysis from the diverse panel here every night. And this is where we bring you face to face with the policymakers, and then you get to know exactly what's happening at the different ministries, the agencies, what the policymakers are doing, what their next moves are, what the breaking news are in the country. You also get to know what Liberians are concerned about, what they are talking about, and all of those different pieces of information you get here every single time. I'd like to welcome all of you. Merry Christmas, compliment of the season to all of you across the world. Happy New Year in advance. Today is the 24th day of December. Just a few hours to Christmas across the world. And now it depends on where you are. I'd like to say thanks for joining us tonight. This edition of Spoon Talk is going to be very informative. Just get closer to your radio. Get closer to your television. Let's hope we can have a great interaction on this edition of the program. My name is Nelson Colette, and tonight we are going to open the phone lines. So today is Christmas Eve. Obviously, tomorrow a holiday. So we'll not be taking calls for the rice tonight because there wouldn't be any distribution tomorrow. All right. So the phone calls for the rice distribution is on hold for now. But in the meantime, we want you to remain posted because right after this, we will certainly come back with it. But for now, it's on pause because tomorrow is Christmas, and there's just a whole lot that's going to be happening all at the same time. But in the meantime, we're going to take your calls as we always do. I get to hear from you what your thoughts are. What is it you want to talk about tonight? What is it about the health sector? It's about education. It's about sanitation. It's about the environment. It's about the the educational sector, religious issue, social issue, just whatever that issue that is of concern to you. You're gonna have the opportunity to talk on those different issues of concerns tonight as we take you through this edition of the program. I'm gonna remain here until the CEO and the rest of the team come on. Once they get here, then I will definitely be giving turning controls over to them. But in the meantime, let's hear what your thoughts are. What is it you want to talk about tonight? The lines are open 0555 And again, tonight we're not taking calls for the rice distribution. I know a lot of you are very concerned about this. Yes, so many people kept calling in trying to find out when exactly is the call in starting for the rice distribution. Is on pause for now. Tonight we're not taking calls for rice. When you call in, then it should be that you want to say what's on your mind. You want to talk about the different issues of concerns. Yes, you can call in and do just that. But while this is going on, please, we are not taking calls. All right. So yes, that's exactly what the situation is. We are going to go to the phone lines up to 9 o'clock. We're going to take calls. So in the meantime, we'll take a few of you through the numbers tonight: 0555 0555 is the number to call tonight, and you'll be live on the show. 0555 is the number you can call tonight, and you'll be live on the program. This is Spoon Talk, live across the Spoon Network, and I want to welcome all of you tonight. Thanks for joining us on this edition of the program. So let me take your calls now: 0555 and you can call us, and you'll be live on the program tonight. Let's hear what's on your mind. And again, we're not taking phone calls for the rice distribution. Is on. Oh,
Yeah. The Christmas.
yeah.
Christmas is in the town. Christmas in town. I see my freaking Nelson laughing, happy. What is
No,
going on with Nelson Colette? Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on with Nelson Colette? What all that joy, all that happiness? Hey Nelson, why are you happy?
zero. Uh,
Hey Nelson, why are you happy?
certain way when you come in, I already know where you will go. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited because Christmas is already here, and we are feeling the Christmas. You know, the Christmas fever. Yes, the whole country right now. The whole country, is some kind of way everybody's celebrating the country because the rice distribution going on, and a lot more. The Spoon Network compound has been flooded with people throughout today receiving their Becker rice and all
We
of
are
that.
grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. People gave and people receive. Nelson, people gave and people receive. So I'm happy. Somebody begin to chop. Somebody begin chopping. That's the way it is. Somebody begin to chop and they chopping. Hey Nelson, I see that. I see love in your face, Nelson. You're happy.
They love him by in my feet, plenty. They love him by in my eyes. No, not all of love. What is it? You get love, but you can make it. They get two kind of love. Try to get two kind of people that dealing with the whole eating business. Some people get full, but they not get appetite, and some people get appetite, but they not get full. And some people don't get full and they don't get appetite at the same time. So that had the whole love thing look into. Some people get love, but they can make it. While some people get love, but they can make it. So I get love and I can make it.
You can make it, Nelson. You can make it. We're gonna have a show for when. Listen, what time is it? They're gonna be 9 o'clock, right? So from 9 to 10:30, we'll be here for an hour, 30 minutes. We just
Wow.
got to praise. Yeah, listen, that Christmas Eve, man. Don't do this to me.
I
That's
want
why I
to see
get too old to be on the show for 3-4 hours again.
it.
Yeah, yeah, seriously, Nelson. The maximum I can do today is 2 hours because you know what? I gotta go see whether the store open to get me Christmas gift. Nobody get me Christmas gift though. You know that, right?
No, I sent a Christmas gift, and
Where is
maybe
it?
ain't Kanye.
Oh,
The Christmas gift ain't arrived yet, but it on.
well, after Christmas.
Yeah.
You see, so the thing will be saying the message send me Christmas gift, but ain't kind when it coming on the go won't know. I want to welcome every one of you, Morris Kromai. It's good to see you, Kamara Abraham Ayuba, Philip Bada as always. Bill J. Passaway. Bill, it's good to see you. I want to welcome Janice, Woody. What all the people that get Nigerian name? Bayo, Aaron Toe is not a Nigerian name, as a Ghanaian name, but we say thank you guys for watching. Baker Ramsey. Baker Ramsey, is good to see you. Ernest Aaron, as always, Nelson started the show late. You're right. I don't know why. I want to say Ernest Aaron, Man Jennings' son. Man Jennings' son, thank you for joining us. Now listen, the president said something today, Nelson. Oh, I'm a mama business, right? That's our mama business. It's too early.
Too early.
Is the president telling people to go be corrupt? I mean, what the president saying? While we talk about this thing right now, it's like 9 o'clock in like, bro, everywhere closing, right? Oh, I mean, what else are open still?
Yeah. Usually on a Christmas Eve, the place can be, the places will be lively up to sometimes 11.
What else are people stay by?
Yeah. Yeah.
But send somebody there. Who you got? Send somebody there. Let's go live. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay, I will arrange that in the
Oh,
background.
man, I tell that late thing is gone. You won't find it now. Diamond gone. Choco gone. Haji gone. Chirasi, Chodoplay, everybody gone. They in Zico. Hey, God. Hey, God. They in Zico. They think I had to. I tell you, find anybody, you won't find them. They got them hustling. They got them gone. I say, everybody charge. That's it. You're super. You're ready, super today. I was just washing. Ruth Bade. Sister Ruth, how you doing? Joseph Sakor. Joseph Sakor said we are following closely. It's true, we are. Abraham Kimon. Or Tonian Gibson. Williet Morris. I know one Williet, but the name is Williet Morris, but they get one Williet. What's the name again? William Morton or Williet. The next not limit back on the name limit Zico.
I want to make a quick adjustment, very quick adjustment.
Okay, please do. Please do. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Ben Ritchie, Baker Ramsey. We got Margaret Bala, Miata, what's your last name? It's John Malek, James Blenny, Roxin D. Nimland, Sam Zor. Merry Christmas to all of you. Long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible says, Mary bore child Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day. Man, my sister Emmy right there. Emmy, how you doing, sister Emmy? I heard the angel sing, a new king was born today. Man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Philip Bleedy. I know Philip Bleedy. Philip Bleedy from, I think he's in Liberia. Angeline Smith, it's good to see you. The Fugitive. James Giddy Sadi. We say long time ago in Bethlehem. So the Holy Bible says, Mary bore child Jesus Christ, and that child was born on Christmas Day. Hark the herald angels sing, the new king is born today. But men will live. Now, it ain't say that women, they say men. Men will live forevermore. It ain't say our sister that no, they say only men will live forevermore. I'm not making a mistake. That's what the songwriter said. Men will live forevermore Because of Christmas Day. So all those that want the men to die, they will not make it. Men will live forevermore. Musa Keita Musa from Minnesota, Waterside Market, Michael Gay, Subayu Cody, Bessie, Joseph Halley. I want to welcome every one of you. Fofi Abi Sayon. And we're going to welcome Helen Nikoku. I'm going to mess people name out today. Dr. Richardson, it's good to see you. A long time ago, you left. It's good to see you. I'll say my you say your But again, welcome to the show, Dr. Richardson.
Yeah, how you doing, Santa? I'm feeling a lot better now, but I'm glad to be here today.
Oh, were you sick?
Yeah, I've been struggling with a cold, so it was good to get much needed rest and spend time with my family.
Okay, but next time, can you let us know that you're not well, you're taking time off? I mean, the fans were asking for you. And we're going to make an announcement when Dr. Richardson on the show. We're not talking about Mr. Cummings. We're not even go there. But again, Dr. Richardson, as it stands right now, how you doing? Everybody, please wave to Dr. Richardson. Hi, Dr. Richardson. How you doing? Just wave to Dr. Richardson. Don't say anything. Just wave to Dr. Richardson. Dr. Richardson, Merry Christmas to you and a prosperous Happy New Year.
The same to you.
And to your family.
And
That includes your grandson.
That includes your grandson.
And your great-grandson as well.
And your generation to come.
And your next generation. Merry Christmas. So everybody, again, thank you very much, Eddie. Just wave. Just wave to Dr. Richardson. Thank you, Samuel Eno. Just wave. Everybody just wave to Dr. Richardson. That's the best you can do. It's good to see her back. We ain't got no problem. Raheem, Neil, thank you, Raheem. With God, all things are possible. Thank you for waving. Patrick Bala, let's just wave to Dr. Richardson. It's good to see you back. Edith Sandiaco, Salary, Sapi, thank you. Rahim, thank you. Everybody just waving to you, Dr. Richardson. Can you wave back to them? Baker Ramsey, everybody waving to you. Can you wave back to them, Dr. Richardson?
Actually, I'm thankful for their waves. So thank you.
Can you wave back to them, Dr. Richardson?
But you waving, you doing enough job for you and my center.
No, but Dr. Richardson, can you wave back to them? They're waving to you.
Yeah, thank you, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Look at all the people that are waving to you. Can you just show your hand and wave back to them?
You doing that waving now, they're waving to you.
But Dr. Richardson, I want you to wave back to them, though. Can you wave back to them? Look at all the thousands of people waving to you. I can call their name. Mama Sadime, everybody, Kimberly, Josiah, Babuzi, everybody waving to you. Dr. Richardson. But why you can't put your hand up and wave back to them, Dr. What's in your hand that you can't wave back to them?
I got plenty in my hand right now. I gotta
let me see, but can we see your hand, Dr. Richardson? Can you wave back to them?
You see it. I want to just tell Glendy, thank you for these earrings. They're very
Don't worry about you and Glendy. Can you wave back to them, Dr. Richardson?
Look, Stella, you waving to the people.
Everybody that waving to you, can't even wave back to them small.
I'm telling them, what, hey man, what wrong you to do?
Even Daniel Buzizi, I was picking waving to you, Dr. Richardson. Can you put your hand up and wave to them?
Oh, but I tell them, thank you.
But just wave back to them, not the people that are. No, they're not saying me. They say you. They're telling you.
I got a kind of energy.
Yeah, somebody said that Richardson, can you wave back? Look at the earring coin. Look at you put your hair up just now. No, Ava is back in America like business. Can you wave back to them? I'm finna collecting a consultancy fee from the government. Can you wave back to them, Dr. Richardson, please?
I was on this show. I'm so cool.
But Dr. Richardson, it's okay if you want to leave, no problem. But just wave back to the people. Can you be very calm, Dr. Richardson?
I'm very, very calm. Just
can you wave back to the people now, please? We gotta go. We're waiting for you. We gotta play Joseph Bagat tape. Joseph Bagat tape calling everybody say it's okay to be corrupt once you use the money in the country. Can you wave back to the people?
I'm telling everybody, thank you for your wave, and I appreciate
as a politician and the next University of Liberia president, you gotta wave.
Really?
Look at Abba waving.
Yeah, I'm waiting for me. Thank you, Ava. I appreciate it. I appreciate your wave. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me, and thank you for waving to Dr. Richardson. Though she says she will not wave back, she will not wave back. But thank you. I don't know why.
I don't understand.
Okay. We just wave to you and say Merry Christmas. James Goodhead. Not James Goodhead. James, I'm not picking by that. James Goodhead. Nelson, what's good? What's happening?
No. Everything is good. Everything is good.
Everything 10-4?
Everything is on code.
Everything on code. Look at Nelson smile vision the ear.
Oh.
If you know, kill the Christmas. If you know, kill the Christmas today, my people. Crewman say, I say, Chile. I want to say thanks to all of you. We're going to be having a great show today. Today is Christmas Eve. Tomorrow will be Christmas Day. We are not having any program tomorrow. We're going to be with family. We're going to be celebrating with our own family. Imagine we two, we got life. We're going to eat. We're going to watch movie. We're going to talk about Jesus Christ. When Mary was pregnant, she went to look for a place to give birth. And, my book of Bible story, you have read that story in Liberia before. And, and there was no room in the inn. And therefore, they sent her to where the animals then were living. And when they got there, then Mary born a child. Then the three angels, the wise men came to look, and they went to King Harry, and King Harry said, if you find that child, bring that child unto me. But the Spirit spoke to them, blah, blah, blah. Jesus was born, and he said, the great counselor, the wonderful teacher, the Messiah, the King of Kings, the Prince of Peace, the man are going to change the whole world. And yes, indeed, it happened. And we want to say, welcome. Tomorrow is Jesus Christ's birthday. Whether you believe it or not, we will celebrate it. Again, we say Merry Christmas to you and a prosperous, happy new year. I want to welcome you, Dr. Richardson of October. Again, he's back after getting $95,000 from Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation as a consultant. Okay, he can talk about that. I mean, all right. Listen, I love Ava. He can talk his own. Let me talk my own. And Nelson is in secret today because he can double, triple. So Nelson just saying that there, man, making things work. He's flying. I don't know what's that, but I just heard. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show today. It's 12/24/24. 12/24/24. That's today. I saw that on Gregory Coleman page. And I want to say it's true. It is. Look at your calendar. 12/24/24. That Richardson, welcome. Let's start the show. We're here for only 1 hour, 30 minutes though. So let's start.
Yeah, I just want to wish everyone here in the United States and around the world a Merry Christmas. I pray that all your wishes come true. I'm sorry. And basically, I pray that Liberia become better and better each day. And I wish all of my panelists here that sit here with me for 3 to 4 hours every day a Merry Christmas. And I'm looking forward to a spirited show. I don't know what the topic is, but I'm sure it's going to be something exciting that we can talk about to educate and inform and empower the Liberian people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And guys, we will not be doing a phone call today. We get a bad feedback from you. Can you go out and come back and have a very bad, my brother? Yeah, I beg you, brother. Just go out and come back in. And thank you. Again, we just want to say to all of you, Clinton, the accident lawyer. I mean, it's good to see you, bro.
Symptoms are affecting.
It's good to see you, Stand-up. Dr. Francine, we miss you. Where you been?
Well, I was feeling under the weather, Clinton, and so I just needed to take some time off, and it was good. I rested a little.
I believe that story.
I pissed up, but we're here for you to believe us.
The one thing I took Dr. Richardson off the show when we're talking about Mr. Cummings. So I believe that story, Clinton.
Well, Doc, it's good to have you back.
Yeah.
Also, you don't want to support me now. You're being professional yet. That is good to have you. Seriously.
But the doctor said she was sick. That's the way I was saying.
Usually, Clinton, I push myself to come and start the show, make sure everything's okay, and if I have to leave or something, but it was just too busy, with the holidays, with children. You got what, 4 or 5?
I got a breaking news tonight. I will give that breaking news. The reason why Dr. Richardson was here on the show, I know. I will announce it tonight. You see how she look at me? She know what I know. I will announce it tonight. No, but say something. If you know that secret, don't tell me. Once you tell me, I will announce it. I will announce it tonight.
Nothing wrong with you. I swear. Yeah, I don't know.
I know what's happening. I will announce it tonight.
There's a lot of different. Anyway, Clinton, I was having a conversation. It's good to see you. Holidays with family stuff. You gotta do kids. Kids are coming in. The adults. All that stuff.
That's not true. That's not the truth. That's not true. I will announce it tonight.
What?
Ask me. I will announce it. Ask me.
Yeah,
Seriously. I mean, the people want to hear what Dr. Richardson was on the show. I will announce it seriously. Ask the
Dr.
people.
Richardson's allowed to get sick. Dr. Richardson's
No,
allowed
he
to
wasn't sick.
Oh, okay.
I
Then
received classified information what Dr. Richardson was on the show. Share the show, and I will tell you why. Seriously, I'm very serious, Clinton. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can stop me. I will say it tonight.
Well, so what you want to say? You freedom of speech, freedom of speech. I believe in that very strong. Very clearly and loudly, I believe in.
If you wave to the people, I will not say. If you wave to the people, I will
I will not
say.
wave to them. I think you say. You say what you gotta say.
I'm gonna say.
You know very well that I already say you don't say jump and I say hi. I don't do that.
No, I didn't say that. That Richardson, I come and buy my Taco Bell. You see? I come and buy my Taco Bell.
Between Taco and Wawa.
No, yeah, the taco.
If any gift you need to give him, you gotta give him a Taco Bell.
Ain't nobody gave me gifts. Nobody had given me any gift.
That the only thing you accept, but anything other than that, it has to go through top security clearance.
Yeah, but I'm looking to see
what you got?
How much I paid for this. Oh, I paid $9.05.
What's that? What's in it?
Yeah, I don't know. What's in Taco Bell? Like I don't think I've ever been to Taco Bell.
But I said taco. But they got this Cajon rice that come with the avocado, with the chicken, and with a little beans on the side, and the lettuce and everything.
Food.
It's Mexican kind of food.
The way, if you want rice.
Yeah, but you eat the Chinese food. I don't like Chinese food like that, you know.
Yeah.
The Chinese. I think the Chinese. Sometimes the Mexican are the closest I can get if I can get African food.
Yeah. So you let a quesadilla. You look for food.
Yeah. Nah, I can do that. But taco is good.
I was talking.
Regular size is good.
I was talking about
I'm sorry, that Richardson. Somebody say you want to like, bro, with all the neck braces you came by, you put it on because the insurance people watching you. That's what they said. Not me. I didn't say that. They said the insurance company watching you, so you came by, you put it on.
My people, you gotta love it.
My man, no insurance there. It was a rental property. No homeowners insurance rental property.
Oh, so yes, you can have a homeowner insurance on a rental property, though.
If you're anticipating something, but typically your tenants will be the ones to get the insurance, not you.
Yes, but you have someone in it?
No, at the time we're fixing up the place we're switching to an Airbnb.
You can have it for 3 to 6 months, and when you have tenants coming in it, you can change it. You can have.
Going forward, do that, but I'm claiming no tree again. So all right.
Everything that you're going through is you know what you got to do also? You can put that on your home insurance. It can be covered under your home insurance.
But man, you can transfer
ask Clinton. Ask Clinton. Clinton know about it.
I thought it was a lawyer there already.
So all they have to do is yourself free.
If Clinton can make a case, my man, I will even go 35-65.
35-65.
No, but at the rate 35-65, so you're not doing anything different.
Hey, my man, why you like that kind of talk?
No, that's the rate 35-65. At the end of it, doing settlement, it comes with 2-3 different checks.
Can you get mad, Lou? It's not private to be discussing here.
No, but we ain't discussing anything. We're talking about the number thing in America. I mean, Uncle Pete, how you doing, Uncle Pete? Never went to Taco Bell to eat before. Uncle Pete Benford. Uncle Pete had a business. We look at you, we seeing you. You know that somebody that can go Taco Bell. I'm picking you. Uncle Pete said, no, when they will believe you. But what I said to Vasti Dennis Ewe. Who's that person? I always see the name Vasti Dennis Ewe. Somebody know her? No. I thought they are related to Ava, but maybe not. Siafa Dennis, Shafa Dennis, Eric Favor Roberts. Okay. Man, Eric, don't rush. Oh, yeah, man. You said, let's get the show going. You see that how we can do? But again, guys, it's good to have every one of you. I just want to know what's going on in our country. Did I miss something? The First Lady office, did they do the Christmas celebration for the kids, or is it due tomorrow? Anybody know?
I have no idea.
Is it due tomorrow? Let's ask the new UP representative, Abatuba. Ava, I may get contract for UP, so therefore you got to support UP. Ava, okay, Ava is basic. Dr. Richardson, did you see anything?
No, I didn't see anything. Not aware.
You can hear me?
No, but man, Ava, mute yourself. Now you're on the phone, mute yourself.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
didn't hear anything. So maybe it's tomorrow, or maybe she's planning it.
yeah. I was just talking about they have the big birthday. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe the first lady office planning it. Maybe,
Right.
who knows?
Historically, there's been a children's party during the
Yeah.
holidays. So I remember my mom telling me the story about the children's party during Christmas.
Yeah. It been happening. It been happening.
Oh,
You're
way
right.
back when mom is passed, so that way back then in Liberia.
I think so. There's seriously wrong with your set, though. You're coming in very bad. Ava.
The sound is coming in bad.
Ava. Okay. So I don't know what's going on. Let us bring you in, Clinton. Let's start the show. Let's hear you today. What's on your mind? Before we do that, Clinton, I like to send a birthday. All right, the president said, please send a birthday shout out to my sister. But what's your sister's name? I just can send a birthday shout. You didn't send me her name when she was born whatsoever. Okay, Clinton, what's up? What's on your mind, bro?
Well, it's the festive season, so a lot of holiday stuff going on. I'm looking forward to hearing the latest information. Honestly, I wasn't on top of any information today, like, bro. To be honest, I was just on my own little thing. Except for one important thing that I pick up today is the president's statement and the different spins to it. I'm looking to offer my perspective on what I think about what the president said in Lo-Fi on the issue of the government, his officials, and the corruption, and doing it as long as it's done in Liberia and stuff like that. So pretty much that's that.
Oh, okay, Dr. Richardson, let's get your opening too.
Yeah. Today is festive in my home, and so I didn't really pay attention to what is going on. So I'm open to hearing some of the trending issues that are going on in the country. I just actually read on Variety News that Councilor Pearl Brown Bull filed a complaint about her reported missing car. She has a 2001 Honda Civic, and she is accusing the driver, Mr. John Cully, of running away and switching his phone off for other items in the trunk of the car that is missing. It's a red car, and the car has a license plate here that is in Variety News. So that's about it. That I also read that I think I saw pictures of the president being in Lo-Fi, visiting different areas. I did see, and I know you guys talked about this yesterday because I was listening to the show, that he visited a school computer lab, and also he issued a book bag with his name and picture on it, which is questionable to me. It's a good gesture, but a questionable gesture. So that's what I have to add, Stanton.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you find yourself.
Stanton, I'm just picking on Front Page Africa. I was just seeing a statement today from AMC.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read that?
I'm afraid to talk about AMC and Mr. Cummings. Yeah, you sure you want us to discuss AMC and Mr.
No, I mean, we've been talking about Cummings. Cummings released a statement today. I think it's important.
I agree, but you're not getting what I'm saying. Are you ready for us to discuss, Mr.
Dr. Richardson? Ask Dr. Richardson, because I mean, you want to ask Dr. Richardson. So you ask Dr. Richardson.
You know what brought in the topic? So go ahead. I mean, it doesn't bother me.
No, but what's the not going with it?
I don't even know why you going. I don't even know why you going.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just asking you a straight up question. Are you sure you want us to discuss?
Yes, he's very sure. Discuss Mr. Cummings. I think Mr. Cummings is a political figure.
There you go. She ain't even giving her a chance. She's not running. Are you again? I'm
Okay,
no,
I'll be
maybe.
quiet. You guys will discuss it, and then when you're done, in fact, let me leave. I'll come back when you're
No,
done.
you see, that's why we talking about why are you leaving?
Because I don't understand.
Wait,
When I told you, he said, I cannot give you a
no,
chance. When I
I'm
said,
saying, I'm saying, wait, let's do the way we can have the conversation one at a time. That's all I'm saying.
okay, I can do that.
Yeah, but when somebody talking, then you come and eat that because Governor, let me be very clear here tonight. You don't want to bring up the comments conversation. I hope the international community watching. I hope everybody can know that you bringing it up, not me. Yeah.
International community too. Y'all bring it international
Well,
community.
let's be clear. We're only going to talk about comments today within the confines of the statement he made today. We're not talking about comments on that today.
No, I just want to be very clear that we all understand that you are talking about Mr. Cummings. So now you want to send me the information, let me upload it, and then we can see that yes, indeed, you the one bringing up this Cummings conversation. It wasn't me. It will never be me, but you the one bringing up this Cummings information. Do we agree?
So I think that we can also establish that speaking about Mr. Cummings in Liberia as a political figure is not a bad
You see,
thing.
it wasn't your time that I was just in the
No,
talk though.
I know what you're talking freely here. That we're not talking that I gotta wait for my time. Okay, I'll put my hand up. Okay.
No, because we gotta win now. We gotta be very careful. Clinton, can you please let have some evidence? Can you send me the newspaper that I have that says something about Mr. Cummings? Because the United Nations, the European Union, everybody watching, I do not want this to be on me. If the newspaper or you get any substantial evidence in the court of law that said anything about Mr. Cummings, we need a hard evidence. Please send it to me. Let me upload it. Then I can proceed accordingly. Yeah, Dr. Richardson, you are recognized for 1 minute.
Can I say? Can I say? Let
Yes,
me talk.
you are recognized. You are recognized for 1 minute. Go ahead.
A big listen. Mr. Cummings is a political figure in the country, so please feel free to speak about what he has to say about Liberia. However, you don't have to associate me with Mr. Cummings. Like you always say, Dr. Richardson think this and think that. I'm not ANC. Victoria Kwekwa called here and she said ANC is an establishment, it's a whole organization. They make decisions. But when you tie ANC to me, like to say, I have sole monopoly over ANC, what I do or what I don't do, this is where the problem is. So you can speak about Mr. Cummings freely, but just don't tie what he does to me, because I don't think it's fair to Mr. Cummings, nor is it fair to me to do that, because I don't control what Mr. Cummings does. Whether he puts a speech out there condemning or not condemning, I don't control that. But you like to tie that to me, and I don't think it's fair to me. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, so can I speak freely now? Thank you very much. Dr. Richardson. Dr. Richardson, you are ANC.
I am ANC.
There you go now. There you go. Gladly welcome to the show, but can we have this accordingly? Dr. Richardson, you are ANC. ANC is Dr. Richardson. Avatoba la ANC. ANC that Avatoba. You cannot separate. So if we ask the question, where is Mr. Cummings in this time of war, political war? Where is Mr. Cummings in this Christmas season? Where is Mr. Cummings when the Capitol building is burning down? Where is Mr. Cummings? I'm not going to go too far now because I don't want to lose you today. All right. So my thing is that Governor Clinton, if you have your facts, please send it to me. Let me upload it because the United Nations watch it, and I don't want to be held liable for comments being made on this show. Please, everybody responsible for his or her own comments on this show. So where's Governor there? You brought it in, but Governor, you run away again. How you bring something out and you run away?
What you just said, or you're not taking response from what you just said.
What you said?
I said, can I just say my understanding of democracy and when somebody supports a candidate, that doesn't mean that person is the candidate, or you cannot separate the two. This is democracy. People win and lose. Okay. So you cannot say Dr. Francine Chenoweth Richardson is ANC, ANC is Dr. Francine Chenoweth Richardson. It doesn't work in democracy like that. And we have to provide good information to the people. We have to educate them so that they can know
Teach the civics, teach.
how to make decisions about the political leaders in the country. So I think it's important on this show. This is a widely listened to show that when we speak about Mr. Cummings and with ANC party, we speak about them. You don't have to attach them to Dr. Richardson or Abatoba. I have my views. Mr. Cummings have his views. I cannot tell you when was the last time I spoke to him or when he spoke to me. And they are entitled, the ANC and Mr. Cummings, they are entitled to make decisions about Liberia. They are a political party. Registered. Do they register? I'm Francine Chenoweth Richardson. I'm just one person, one woman, okay, who supported Mr. Cummings during the last election. He made a choice to do that. I thought he was the best candidate and still perhaps is the best candidate for Liberia. I did not choice in terms of voting for anyone. So I think you mislead the public when you attach Dr. Richardson or Ava Topa to decisions that ANC might make. So thank you.
All right. So Dr. Richardson, can somebody tell Uncle Sam our chat room is not his personal photo album?
Go to Uncle Sam now.
Our chat room is not a place that you will put all your photos and everything. You are taking up space.
I'm telling you, have Merry Christmas from my family, so you know I'm with a family. And I have grown up with a family.
There we go again. There we go again.
Yes, I'm with a family. If you don't like it, just take me for your chat room. No problem.
Can you tell Dwalu not to drink on our show? Is that your mother-in-law? Can you tell Dwalu not to drink on our show? Dwalu is drinking wine on our show.
Brother-in-law.
So Isaac, I know you have.
Maybe today will be good deal. Today will be good deal. So if we know about it,
all you can share the boy, my beautiful wife, my
inheritance. We'll come back. Uncle Sam, let's talk about Mr. Cummings a little bit. We cannot do 2 hours on the show.
That's what I used to do. That's what I did for the holiday.
Well, that big battle he won. That kind of battle.
Look at that's my party right now.
I beg you guys, first of all, let's recognize our brother Vandela Patrick. Today is his birthday. Today is our brother Vandela Patrick birthday. Let's put his picture up.
Patrick, where are you going? Okay, so Patrick is saying he's going to regroup. Patrick is going to regroup. Patrick is leaving that regroup.
So that's our brother Vandela Patrick. We want to say happy birthday to you. Today is his birthday. We want to say happy birthday to VP, and we celebrate you. We celebrate you, VP. We wish you well. You guys want to say anything as we take this day to celebrate our brother VP?
You know what? Stand on confession, true love confession. I had no idea that our word regroup came from Vandela himself. This is the first time I actually hearing that video and hearing regroup. I just thought the name was just given because he went.
No, but it came from our chat room. Are you seeing our chat room name?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the name, but I didn't know that he actually voiced that regroup when he was out. The first time. Wow, regroup. We could come out of regroup. Wow, okay.
Yeah. So again, Councilor Clinton, if anybody else want to wish for that, Glenn, you want to say something to VP?
Happy birthday. Yeah. The Kissy Pepsi or waste today.
Okay, Dwaru, you want to say something to VP? All right, Dwaru is mellow because he's taking down the wine.
Jeff for now.
Jeff for now. We can trust that.
Mellow.
Ava, you want to say something to VP?
Yeah. Happy birthday. My birthday wish for him is to increase his interpretation and reasoning ability.
Oh, God.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Uncle Sam, you want to say something? You want to say something about VP?
Well, first of all, let me say it is almost 20 minutes to midnight here in the Southern Hemisphere. Okay, in the time zone of South Africa, well, we're 2 hours ahead of Monrovia, and we're just starting to get drunk. We're starting to put all the meats and just season the meats and put everything aside. And I'm going to be doing most of the cooking tomorrow. That's the first time I've been able to know. Since they threw me away, another family 4,000 miles away embrace me as their son. So, Vandela Patrick, let me just come to you, my brother. You're a brilliant young man. You're a wonderful ally. And I wish you many, many, many more happy birthdays and Christmases to come. And I can just see you one day. I may or may not be around, but you will be a great, iconic figure in Liberia. And God bless you, and God bless your family. God bless everybody else. And God bless all of you that are listening out there to Spoon, the tens of thousands, the hundreds of thousands who love me, who hate me. But I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you very much, guys. Oh, you still talking? Go ahead.
No. I'm finished. I'm just a little bit high, but it's okay. I had a drink. I'm tipsy. Yeah.
All right. So I beg you, please keep it on the down low.
Christmas Eve, I'm tipsy.
Uncle Sam, one thing I love about you, Uncle Sam, you got nothing to lose.
Well, I'm not working for nobody. I'm not looking for no job. I'm not looking for nothing.
High and tipsy are two different things.
So
no,
we're
but
gonna
tipsy
say
is the beginning of high.
Okay, so let's go back to Gamma. The Gamma that you brought something up. Uncle Sam, Gamma that brought something up. Let's start with that conversation.
Happy birthday to Vandela Patrick. I
thought you did already.
I didn't get a chance to do that.
Oh, go ahead, Dr. Richardson.
Yes, I appreciate him being on the show. Just want him to know that I tolerate his views so he can keep supporting or defending my views as well. Thank you so much for being here.
But why we just focusing on what Kamana bro? What we're gonna do our conversation Kamana he bro here.
So only one moderator at a time. When it's your time to moderate, you can focus.
What are you doing for the Christmas tomorrow? I mean, let's know that what we do for the Christmas tomorrow.
Don't spoil the team bad. Trust me, the woman.
That old story you want to bring here.
The woman man cooking for her. But what you say on front page Africa, Clinton?
He's looking for a story today.
No story today. Well, so today the ANC pretty much called for urgent. It says urgent action to address the deepening political crisis and like. Yes, you can. Hold on one second.
All right.
So the ANC. The ANC, but my God, don't laugh at me. I tell you,
don't like that getting in the bathroom again. Don't like that getting in the bathroom.
2 days. Next week, I'm going to be back in the office. So, so the ANC called for, it says urgent action to deal with the incident, the political crisis in the country. The ANC leader says we need to, he's calling all the political leaders to act urgently and decisively to restore political stability and unity in the country. So he also said that the fire that engulfed the capital is a reminder that our politics is seriously broken and the leaders must do everything within their power to pull the country from the brink.
I'm going to pay you.
All right. So again, I mean, that's from you said from the leader or from the CPP/ANC, which is which?
Thank God. You're on mute.
You are muted. Hey, God, the children giving the guy.
This is ANC. Alexander Cummings' statement. F says from his statement on Front Page Africa.
Thank you very much, guys. You want to say anything to Alexander Cummings coming late in the game? I will skip that to Richardson, except she want to speak to this. Lenny, you want to say anything about Alexander Cummings coming late in the game and giving out the statement today? It's today, though. That's what we are discussing it, by the way.
No.
All right. So Glenny pass. Mr. Duado and the people.
Merry Christmas to my people from across the globe. This is not about ANC or what Mr. Cummings released. At the end of the day, we got to focus on Liberia. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So Mr. Duado say un abatoba. About come to America on beauty and on beauty.
Come on. I want to read the statement again.
No. Just put in the chat room, Clinton. Let go. The man now you listen for it, then we don't go by the way.
No.
Clean up put it in the chat room. The man will read for himself.
Let's talk Cummings, man.
No, but the man not reading the statement again. Clean up, put it in the chat room. We'll put it up.
I can send the link in the chat.
Yeah, send the link to him. We'll put it up. You want to say something about why you heard my man? But we carry up bad. The man will read it again for what? Man, you want to say something about?
I want to talk about Joseph Burger's statement. Now I want to
Okay,
talk
so we come back to it. Uncle
For what
Sam.
reason? Yeah, we're talking about comments, man.
I don't need it, man. We were bottom. Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, come in and wake up. We'll come in talking.
But Cummings is probably one of the most, ready to be president person. I mean, among Liberians that I know, that man is ready to be president from day one. It's just that Liberian people are stupid people. They can't vote for him. But I mean, that's a real serious man. I like him a whole lot, and I'm thinking of supporting him one day.
Wow.
This Jazzy man. I think Sam really drunk.
Making it up. That man finished making it up.
So let me bring in Dr. Bropleh.
Making $100.
Let me bring in Dr. Bropleh. Dr. Bropleh, welcome to the show. Dr. Bropleh, welcome to the show. It's good to see you again, Dr. Bropleh. Dr. Bropleh, you know, I don't know if this environment is your kind of environment. You're always quiet. Are you when you come on the show, are you afraid that we'll get you in a situation you can't handle?
Well, first of all, good evening.
But I'm picking to Remy, you joking where?
Good evening to all my friends, and good evening to all Liberians.
Why is it looking like Sonic lawyer?
But stop, let's do a show back. I must stop. Remember, you get internet problem. Oh. The doctor speaking and you interrupting. But stop, man. Go ahead, Dr. Bropleh.
Good evening, folks, and Merry Christmas to all of my friends on the show, off the show. Merry Christmas to Liberians everywhere. And I'm wishing everyone not only a good Christmas, but a productive and a successful New Year. Stanton, I only fear one person, and that is God. I talk for a living, but I speak when I have something to say. And I try to make my speech meaningful. So all the noise maker, let them make that noise. So find solutions when say something of substance. So yeah. Christmas Eve on Gaia Town is a good feeling. It's different, but it's good different. So yeah.
From what? Charlestown?
Gaia Town.
Where is that? Where is Gaia Town?
Boys Town Junction, a little beyond. Going toward the airport.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Dr. Bropleh. It's always good having you, sir.
Liberia's Beverly Hills.
Huh?
Liberia's Beverly Hills. I'll be out of money living.
Boys Town?
No.
We can organize it a little better. We'll be all right.
Hotel Africa. The Hotel Africa area. No, the Beverly Hills area, like going to War Hotel Africa, go see the houses there. What?
On finit building.
You ever see the houses there?
We're going to bring in Asido, welcome to the show. We want to bring you in, Asid. Talk to us. It's good to have you.
Well, Stanton, thank you. I mean, this is tomorrow is Christmas. Today should not be a laughing day. I know people are smiling, laughing because sometimes if you too much hope for something and you not getting it close to what you hope for, it becomes funny. You laugh. You don't have anything much more to say. But today is not a laughing day. I think our people in Liberia are facing very serious problems, economic problems. A lot is going on. I've been speaking with a lot of people today, and things aren't okay. I know we have a lot to talk, but it's always good to be here. But I don't think today should be a laughing day. You can hate someone, you can like someone, you can disagree, you can agree. But I think we should be, a little serious, not because we just want to be serious, but thinking about what is going on in Liberia. I think it is not a laughing day for me. But others can laugh, that's fine. But I think we should all have some level of compassion for what is going on and some level of concern for Liberia.
All
right, so guys, let's do it one at a time, guys. Let's do it one at a time. It would be important for us to do that, Becky. As I say, it's not a laughing day. You don't know what she's going through.
No, but I want to tell
again,
I said something. The poor will always be poor. The poor will always be poor. We open soup kitchens in America. We open
Uncle
homeless
Sam,
shelter
get
in
back to the
America.
conversation, Uncle Sam.
Let it we want enjoy that, bro. Let it enjoy. Forget about your poverty things tonight. We beg you, we hold your foot. And now you know I love you, Isaac. You got a damn good job at Bank of America. You know that.
Okay, Uncle
But let
Sam,
it
thank you
let
very
it
much.
enjoy our Christmas.
All right, Uncle Sam.
Why you like flattery? That go on with you, man.
Your start by. We ain't going to go that far today. We'll have an orderly show.
This show will
And
be
again, I beg you.
today.
Yeah, we'll have an orderly show, and we'll respect each other's views and opinions, and that's the best way. You know, I told Mr. Cummings that Richardson left the show for 1 week. I have to respect her view if she said nobody should talk about Mr. Cummings, and please accept Asido's view too. I want to say thanks to all of you. It's going to be a beautiful show. Oh, Dr. Richardson, go ahead, man. You got to unmute yourself, Dr. Richardson.
That's why, we just gotta, take you into consideration and appreciate you and care about you because of what you are doing for the Liberian people. But you like yourself too much, yo. But you can't say that Dr. Richardson left the show because you told Mr. Cummings. What kind of joke is that?
Okay.
I was sick.
Okay. So, and you tell your own. Let me tell my own now, right?
No, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I've not been feeling well, and I tried to come up, to keep the show up, but it really took a toll on me. I needed to rest. I had just finished teaching, so yeah. So I hope you understand that.
I do.
Thank you.
But I stick to my comment.
Okay, that's fine.
The guy said Ellen Johnson said he is there. They might appear at the airport. They say, I'm at the airport and say I stick to my story. So I stick to my story. Guys, listen, it's very important today. Son Asido raised an issue that is of major concern to Asido. We're going to give Asido the first shot here, though he came last. Asido, what are some of your concerns you think today, Christmas Eve, we all should put on the mat and sit on the mat and cry for Liberia? Talk to us.
Well, not basically about crying, but it's about having concerns. There is something that is
Hey, sir, can you get closer? Your audio is kind of too low, if you don't mind, please.
Okay. You hear me now? Am I okay?
Well, would mind to go ahead. I hope we can hear you better.
Okay, like I was saying, Liberia has always been a country of problems. People are always poor, people are always hungry, people have always been hungry. But the level at which it has reached today is something we may have never seen before. You are going to hear different interpretations, different spinning, different comments, people saying how other people can read, they can read. That's okay. But the reality is always there. When you take the phone and speak to 10 people, just random, choose any random 10 person and speak with them and listen to what they will tell you, you will feel concerned. Worse off, I know we get into that story, which of course is the biggest political discussions now, just 1 day to Christmas, when the country is so much into despair, where people are thinking if they will even have something to eat tomorrow. You have our president, for the first time in the history of our country, at least since I'm aware, maybe I'm so young to know, I don't know, encouraging, giving green light to steal.
That's what I was talking about. I said your internet or something is happening. So let's come back to you.
No, when you're lying,
yeah, but
when you're lying, I can't help you.
Guys, Becky, I don't want to do this. You don't do this. Let's respect the man's view. That's not right. Why do you always preach on that? Don't do that. I beg you. It's Christmas Eve. You will say your own. Let everybody say their own.
Can I go? I won't go to church and pray for this panel. Can I go now?
Abba, we beg you, don't do that today. Seriously.
No, I won't come in.
Have a clean show. No, you cannot. We got to continue with Isaac. I beg you, let's have a good show. You don't have to attack him.
I'm
let's
not
see if Isaac is back. Isaac, are you back? Are you okay? Can you unmute? Can you unmute? We're not hearing you. Unmute
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. I'm back. I want to give the consent to any, party to attack me. Only Mopes attack people, and for me, I'm not a Mopes.
That's what I don't want us to do, and we're not doing
Right.
it. Are you going to
Yeah, and
discuss the issue? I say, are you going back? Are you going back to the issue? You were raising something. Let's give
I'm
you the
going
time
to it.
continue.
I'm saying anyone can say anything. You know me, my skin is thick. I don't get bothered with anything. That's okay. But again, to what I was saying, you have our president since at least I was born with my little age, giving green light to stealing by coming public and telling the world that Liberia is open for business. I've expanded the space and scope of our business in our country, where now you can register stealing business and you are okay. Because the president was giving a policy statement. The only thing he's asking, though, is that when you make profit from the stealing, you should use the profit to help someone. What kind of country is this? This is one person who ran a campaign on top of fighting corruption. Not only has his government been a beacon of corruption, he is now endorsing corruption and telling us that Liberia's business scope has now been opened. That, I encourage you to steal since you want to steal. The only thing you should do for me, use the proceeds from your stealing to help people. That is not the sad part. This is the sad part. You have very small group of people who in their mind, they believe that they know everything, that they can understand English more than anyone, that they can comprehend and can interpret. Try at all cost to tell us that the president means if you can steal, no, don't can steal, that they elaborate money to help the people. Sometimes I wonder if this small group of people, some of them may be on a show, we don't know, if they are sincere to their own conscience and their country. Wherein the president spoke in clear English, he didn't speak Gisi or Pele or Loma. But now you want to tell us somehow that you went to a certain school where you can comprehend certain English that no one else can. But I think our country isn't a bad thing. And what I'm happy for is the statement from the president, I can confirm, has reached the highest of global governance. And that's one thing I'm very proud of. Whoever person that made that to happen, I say kudos to you. These are the actions we should be taking. Ensuring our leaders who endorse corruption like the president did today can be forwarded to the highest level of global governance so that those who should know about it. Liberia is on a free fall. Hopefully, God in heaven can descend and have a special eye on our country for things to come back. It is a sad time.
All right, thank you very much. So, like we all gave Asido the chance to speak without interruption, we'll try to do this, then we can jump into the Christmas party. This is very important for all of us to have their own say. I want to come to you, Dr. Bropleh. Dr. Bropleh, what you make, again, let's play the president statement, right? And we also have the McGill statement. We're going to play that as well. Then we want to hear from you, and then we ask the Liberian people what they think. Guys, again, it's 4:47, 9:47 in Liberia. We will be here 6 o'clock the latest. If you want to stay, you can stay. I will be gone. So we're just saying 6 o'clock here, 11 p.m. in Liberia, and we'll be ending the show. But allow me, Dr. Bropleh, let me play the president statement. That's exactly what he said.
This is your country. This is the only place nobody asks you why. I mean, nobody asks you why you are here. You're here because you belong here. I always say, sometimes you call the people to eat. We used to eat with hand. But the person put a hand on the board and I who call you to eat? Who handed? We the ones should be asking you. Let's build this country and ask everything. So we want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.
That was the voice from His Excellency the President here.
Okay, so before we do that, I think this is better. Let's read. Somebody put this in this form. We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money. I beg you, the money should be used to bless our people. That's Bropleh.
Stanton, here's what I heard. I heard the president say, for those of you who want to steal, check yourself because the resources that you're planning to steal should be used to bless the people. So, what the president was saying is that do not use the money for your own personal gains, use the money to bless the people because it is the people's money. Now, I've read comments all over.
Sorry to interrupt you. Can we go back to what you heard before the
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard. That's right. But
yeah. I just want you to repeat what you heard again, exactly from the president prior to your own explanation.
Exactly.
What did you hear?
The president said, for those of you, you want to encourage you, those of you who who plan to steal, want to steal, the money should be used to bless the people. Meaning that money that you're planning.
No, we shouldn't come to the meaning yet. I want to play this again because I want everyone to hear the same thing. Because only one thing we are hearing, we shouldn't add and we shouldn't subtract from what the president said.
But I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not repeating what he said. He said what he said.
No, Uncle Sam, wait now. Uncle Sam, begging you. Because like the Bible says in Revelation, if you add and you subtract, that's a problem. So let's don't add and subtract what the president said. Now, our interpretation can be different. But allow me, sir, let me play this again, please.
This is your country. This is the only place nobody asks you why. I mean, nobody asks you why you are here. You're here because you belong here. I always say, sometimes you call the people to eat. We used to eat with hand. But the person put a hand on the board ain't I who handed. I who call you to eat. I who handed. We the ones should be asking you. Let's build this country and ask everything. So we want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.
That was the voice from His Excellency the President here.
So the last line of the president, after he said everything, this is exactly what he said. And maybe we could take pen and paper to do this again for people to understand. So we want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money. I beg you, the money should be used to bless our people. Now we all heard what the president said. Dr. Bropleh.
Here's what I interpret that to mean. Because there's no point in restating what he said. He said what he said. Here's what I interpret that to mean. For those of you who plan to be corrupt and steal, the money you're planning to steal belongs to the people. It needs to be used for the people. There are two reasons I feel confident in my interpretation. One, this president has no history of that propensity to be reckless in his remarks. Two, in his own public service, he is not one who has encouraged or has engaged in corrupt behavior, built big buildings all over the place for over 45, 50 years. So it's difficult for me to come up with an interpretation that says, oh, the president said that those of you who steal, you can steal, but you use the money to bless the. First of all, you steal, you're not using the money to bless the people because it was already the people's money and you are stealing it. So for me, the interpretation is easy. I know everybody's been coming up with theirs, but to me, mine is based on text and the man's own personal example. I find no reason to believe that this president stood up and said, y'all can steal, but you used the stolen money to bless the people. To me, that's just far-fetched.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bropleh. We appreciate your own interpretation of today's. Now, Asiva, what you make of the president's statement?
The president's statement was very clear, even for any ignorant person out there. That statement was very, very clear. Look, let's read the president's statement again for understanding, because some people don't understand. We want to encourage those who want to remain, listen to the word, remain corrupt and steal money. I beg. So, as much as that I beg is a Nigerian translation, it basically telling you whatever I said before, I beg you, don't do it. The money shall be used to bless our people. The money, not part of the money, not the corrupt money. The money should be used to bless our people. So when people just want to use everything for propaganda, and to me, market ignorance in the thing that they say in the opposition, that's complete nonsense. Those kind of interpretations of something that is so simple. The first thing is, anybody who knows President Joseph Boyka, or even I don't know him, but I've heard him, I've seen him, in a public space. Has he ever come out in a forward way like McGill did, who was emphatically supporting stealing the people's money and justifying building a house or building a mausoleum for him to say, that I encourage corruption? Has Joseph Boyka done that? There's any precedence or history for him to do that, and for anybody to believe that he will come out in this public fashion and say, man, people, you're steal, when you're steal, I'm going to give more money to the people and bless them. That's complete nonsense for anybody to believe that. It's very disappointing that we'll be on this platform where we are supposed to be modeling certain behavior, interpret things in a certain practical, substantive manner for the people, Liberian people. For any of us here to come from this approach, or even any Liberian out there who writing nonsense posts and saying X, Y, Z, I think it's wrong. We can criticize the corrupt people that are in this administration. We can criticize the incompetent and inefficient people, but to just use a statement like that to create propaganda around it, I mean, it's absolutely wrong, man. We shouldn't have tolerance for that. Seriously.
Thank you for your own comment on this issue. While we stay in this first round, I want to bring in Uncle Samuel Jackson.
Surrogates of President Boycott gave him a lot of slack. They give him a lot of slack for reasons known to themselves, right? But what he meant, what he said what he said. That's a big difference. Meaning what you said, the fact that I, fairly educated, and others, just as educated as all of you, can interpret it like that, tells me don't be dismissive of people because they interpret it that way. You don't have a monopoly on knowledge. You don't have a monopoly on logic. You don't have a monopoly on syntax. You don't have a monopoly on synergy. That's how I interpreted it. That's how I interpret it. What you guys should be seeing is the president should be very careful how he speaks because it could be misinterpreted. That should be the message out there. Not to say people are stupid for interpreting it. So what? So the bulk of the people who interpreting it away, so something wrong with their brains, they're stupid, or they hate Professor Boycott. You can't do that. Okay? Now, he misspoke. If he had to do it again, he won't use stealing and corrupt in the same sentence as to bless the people, because it sends a wrong message. Now, there's nothing, and y'all want to use logic, syllogism. There's something called positive admonition and negative admonition. That was a positive admonition where he said, encouraging y'all. Encourage. Why would he encourage what I want to steal? Why would he encourage what I want to steal? You're done. I'm going to condemn those of you who want to steal. And if you shouldn't steal, the money should be used for the people. But at that time, the president would say, "Yo, who will remain corrupt?" So he's saying that some people will remain corrupt. So he's telling them to use the money to bless the people. That's an interpretation that is valid, that is logical, that is not mean-spirited, that is common sense. And some other party can interpret the same way. You're seeing people there misinterpreted the Supreme Court ruling with ultra-virus based upon the acts, the settings, and the activities of the majority. That's what you guys do. You misinterpret to benefit your side. That's what I want to say. And I will end on this.
Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and do another round on this. Everybody free. We want to welcome all of you on this Christmas Eve. Let's talk about President Waga's statement on this issue. It's very, very important. It's putting a lot of screen. We want to come to you, Dualu, Glendy, Clinton, and Dr. Richardson.
Stanton, the mere fact that we even have to discuss this tells me we have a lot of work to do in the country. Augustine, I want to talk about syntax and coherence. It baffles the man. Look at the entirety of what he said in that 30-second speech. He said, we are here to develop this country, period. The context continued. We are here to develop this country. Those of you who are bent on continuing your old ways, you must understand, I'm begging you, the money is for the people. It's to be used on the people.
Is that your interpretation, or is that what
he said? That's not my interpretation. This is exactly what he said. This is
that what he said?
He said we are here.
So you say he said those of you that bent on.
No, listen now. You can replace words.
Is that your interpretation?
No, this is exactly what he said.
So let understand you better, Duadu. You cannot be interpreting it and you say that's what he said. So let's go back to exactly what the president said.
Thank you.
Yes.
So Hussein spoke with this interpretation without interruption. I'm giving you exactly what my interpretation is and what the interpretation should be, and you are coming to tell me.
Yeah, I am coming to tell you because you said what he said.
This is exactly what he said.
As to his interpretation.
This is exactly what he said. Play the tip. I will concede. Play the tip.
Yeah, let me play the tip because the tip is very clear as to what the president said and what you've tried to interpret. And let's be on record on that. So let me play this clip again. What did the president say? Everybody, if you just
look at his body language.
This is your country. This is the only place nobody asks you why. I mean, nobody asks you why you are here. You're here because you belong here. I always say, sometimes you call the people to eat. We used to eat with hand. But the person put a hand on the board and who handed? Who call you to eat? Who handed? We the ones should be asking you. Let's build this country and ask everything. So we want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.
That was the voice from His Excellency.
Go ahead, Eduardo.
Thank you. Let's build this country. What do you think he's alluding to? How are we going to build this country if we don't use the money that is there for the country? How can this be spun to mean steal the money but use it here? How is that one in the same? Gentlemen, look, when we come here and we scream about the schools we went to or what education, and that gives you some completion as to what should be said when simple language a third grader can interpret to what the president meant. Look, have your disagreement with the president when he does something. If you want to come in and say, well, you should have used the word discourage instead of encourage, I can concede that point to you. But to suggest that the president, look at his history, like Dr. Bropleh said, look at his history. Does this man look like somebody who's reckless to come out and say something that is as plain as day? Let's build this country. Those of you who want to remain corrupt and continue to steal are holding your foot. The people money should be used on the people. This is exactly what he said. How high is this? And I am my side.
All right, thank you very much. Glendy, let's have you. Send government that went in the back. Talk to us, Sis Glendy.
So there are always two people in a conversation, and there is the one who is conversating and the one who's receiving the conversation based on the interpretation. I want to say that the statement, we have to look at it in context. But if there are people who are misinterpreting, if President Barker hears that there are people who are misinterpreting what he has said, then it's important for him to make a clarification to his statement, because we're not going to agree on what he said, what he didn't say. My opinion, based on what he said, was not encouraging corruption. And I hear somebody saying, what Barker is talking about corruption and begging people. Barker knows that people are corrupt. It's not something new. Everybody in Liberia knows that there's corruption going on. What the president meant and what I understood him to say was that instead of you continuing or wanting to steal from this government, take this money, let the people benefit. Now, somebody else may say that's not what they understood him to say, and that's their interpretation, because interpretations are subjective. The only person who can come and say this is not what I meant was President Barker. But I did not understand from this statement that he was encouraging people into corruption. That is not how I understood it. Thank you.
Thank you, Glendy. Clinton.
Well, look. So first, let me address the comments from, I think, Dr. Bropleh and Dwalu, who is trying to use. So let's use the president. Does this man look like somebody who's reckless? Does his history speak to anything like that? Well, if the argument is that he's encouraging people to steal, he's not saying he's going to steal, then we're not using this issue, because we know for a fact that he hasn't done anything with LT and $2.6 million missing, right? We know that there are many issues with the yellow machine and the corrupt processes that brought it to Liberia. He hasn't done anything about that. So there are a lot of things that this president have done that have encouraged. He's not taking action as when it comes to corruption on his officials. So I don't think that is a justification that because the president himself has not done it, so he's not quote unquote encouraging it. What I want to reference is that I think it was McGill who made similar statement, and I believe a lot of you on this platform beat Nathaniel McGill when he made that statement. And there's a lot of similarities here with what the president said here. And I agree with Uncle Sam. If I was making that statement, I would have said, I'm warning you, right? I would have said, I am warning you. Those who want to steal from Liberia, I'm warning you. I would not have said, I'd encourage you. So you have the words he's using. Again, the intent might be different, right? But the words he's using, I'm led to only one conclusion, and in this. Again, he may not mean it, but from somebody just listening, one can reach the conclusion that he's encouraging those officials. I don't see any difference between what Mike said. So put a spin on it, But this is what Dwalu, we all can't understand it the way you want us to understand it. We understand it the way we understand it. And I don't believe that. I don't believe you can use his background and what he's done to justify the statement, because again, you say he's not reckless. Well, this is the same president that made the statement about the 10 Picos truck, given everything we know about Guinea and everything. People are saying that they transfer people to Guinea, came and make the 10 Picos truck statement. This is the same president who campaigned and you campaigned that said George Weah was putting his thing on picture. The same person asking people to lift up a book bear with his pictures on it. Reckless? Yes, that's reckless, right? So again, we don't know what I'm not going to read the president's mind. I'm just going to look at the statement he made and the statement. Again, if I was using that word, I wouldn't use encourage, right? I wouldn't say I encourage you. Those of you who want to reach, I encourage you. I beg you, let the money be used for the people. I would say I'm warning you. I am discouraging you. So I think, in the grand scheme of things, this is subject to a lot of interpretations. and like Auntie, I think the president should come back and clarify. But for me, it is just not a statement, right? You can make any statement. That the statement for me is not important. It is the action of the president, what the president has done in 11 months to fight corruption. That's what important. How many people have been fired? You've been on the show, Uncle Sam. You've been on the show, Dwalo. We've raised a lot of corruption issues in on this platform. How many presidents have the president prosecuted and fired for corruption? Right. So I'm going to leave it right.
Thank you very much for bringing Dr. Richardson. Dr. Richardson, your take on this statement.
I believe that the president misspoke when he said that people should use the profit from stealing to bless the country. I think the president misspoke. I don't think the president meant to encourage corruption. I do know sometimes when you're speaking in an impromptu way, your words don't come out as they should. And I think that it was one of those situations where the president's words didn't come out as it should have. So I don't think anyone in the right mind at this moment, especially if you're a leader of Liberia, would look at Liberia and encourage corruption. We need all the help that we can get from ourselves first and to develop our country. So I believe strongly that in as much as I do disagree with many of JMB's reactions and the way that he does things, I believe I strongly believe in this context that he misspoke.
All right, so I want to say to everybody, while we just settle in the first round, I know we'll go back and forth to discuss this issue, what we heard from each other. This is very, very big. In comparing this with Nathaniel McGill, even before I speak, Dr. Richardson, let me ask you, is there a different context here? And I'm uploading the Nathaniel McGill statement for us to play it likewise. But before we do that, let me ask you, let me say my own in this thing. I do agree with you, Dr. Richardson, that the president erred in this one. That was a grave mistake. And I'm saying this seriously speaking. You can say your own, and this is my side. President Bwaka will make this mistake continuously. If the advisor cannot check him and advise him properly, this will destroy what he brought into this government and what he intends to take out when we talk about legacy. No precedent. This is very clear. Everybody can have their own interpretation. I would not sit here to say because you interpret in favor or against it means you're ignorant. It is wrong. How I understand 1 + 1 is different from the way you understand 1 + 1. It's different from the way the pastor understands 1 + 1, because the pastor say 1 + 1 in a marriage is 1. So we all should just understand it's different interpretation here. What I'm saying, the president made a mistake in his statement. And now look at the surrounding where you have the Thomas Falai, the Jeremiah Cohn, who the president already is trying to defend. We can put all our spin into this. Was his comment intentional? Was he sending a message to somebody and said we will not touch you? Were he now trying to get involved with another collaboration here and saying, well, I got to protect your interests because you protected mine? Let's face it, folks. There must be a reason why you think the president, Joseph Braga is not cutting any corruption. Joseph Braga for 42 or 50 years, we never heard him saying that, yes, the president stole something. Shouldn't say it. These statements are wrong. It sent a bad message. Then let's come back to Clinton's own statement. The president is hanging out with Abdullah Kamara at LTA. Very clear from the GSC report. What did the president do? Allegation on Sylvester Grisby. Very clear from NASCAR document. What did the president do? The issue about the yellow machine. When Mamaka Bidity and Sylvester Grisby was asking for $84 million. Now we are under $30 million. What is the president going to do? When SOEs and ministers doing their own thing that we have shown, what did the president do or what will he do? Nobody is accusing President Bwaka of direct corruption, but folks working in the government have shown signs of massive corruption. So I would say on this net, I would say this over and over again. The president's statement scared the heck out of the international community. The president's statement trying to say, wow, are we going back to the Nathanon Falo Magé? What if? What if? Folks, let's look in the eyes, and people try to defend from government, they will defend tired. Because certain things cannot be said. And when the president made a mistake, I know the best of the Unity Party people will put a spin to it. Let's agree this with Josh Biden, we are. The whole show will be hell breaking loose tonight. I mean, it's embarrassment. The president said, and everybody have heard, we don't need to go on it. We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt. No, it's wrong. You cannot encourage that. All the book people with a double master's, a double PhD will do our common sense own explanation here tonight. You cannot encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money. I beg. Now we go to Nigeria, and my brother Abba said the man say I beg, which means X, Y, and Z. I beg, all the money should be used to bless our people. It's done. You are not chastising anyone. You're not telling anyone that if you do, you will go to jail, we will confiscate your property. You say, I beg, use the money, plain, blank, simple, period. If you take it, you say in Liberia. What's different from what my guest said? How can we be of a dry face, a bold face, to come here and say the president meant X, Y, and Z? The president is not speaking Kisi. The president is not speaking Loma. The president is not speaking Crew. The Oma Mawata in Radita market understood exactly what the president meant. I'm ashamed today that President Joseph Yuma Bwaka is making such a statement over and over and over again. Because we have some good old followers that will say, oh, the president didn't mean it wrong. You'll come back tomorrow, let interpret. You'll send Kula Fofana. You'll send Jeremy Pierre, they will tell you what the president mean. No. President Joseph Bwaka meant exactly what he said. I want to encourage you. If you steal the money, fetch Liberia. If you steal the money, build Liberia. If you steal the money, go in the hospital and get someone into there and eat the other one. Wouldn't you know both to tell us what the president meant? Are we reading the same thing? So for my first round of conversation, I ate it. Now,
but you interpret, we interpret now.
Let me go.
You interpret, we interpret. So what is the problem? We all will not interpret the same.
Y'all interrupt me now. I say my own, y'all say your own. Now we go.
But no, but you acting as if to say we don't have a right to interpret how we think.
Gladys, don't interrupt the show. You tell your own. Let me tell my own. I didn't interrupt you when you talk.
Don't call us then when you interpret.
No, Abba, that's small one. Abba, I just wait. Abba, wait.
You will go on. After you will come in when it is your turn. We're going to go to Asedo. We're going to do the same way we go on, because this one will be hard tonight. To all of our followers and friends, after this round, we will play the Nathanon Fado on the play. What exactly Nathanon Fado said, that the very ANC people said they were calling Congress to put it on sanction, and they did. What's different? Nathanon Fado said, what if? The president said, I encourage. You be my guest. Now, let's have a conversation. Round two, before we play Nathanon Fado clip and make that comparison, as it do.
Yes, Stanton, thank you. You know, Stanton, no matter how many times you count one is always one. It won't change. You can say one is one. Yeah, it's not going to change. No matter how you try as much as you want to. The president spoke English. What the president said is what the president said. You can come and say the time you were going to school, you were sitting on top of a book, so the other people didn't hear the book, so that you won't know the book. Not your business. But what the president said is what the president said. No amount of book you thought on your head will change it. No amount of shit you wrote on will change it. Stanton, let's look at the historical context from which the president spoke. It has always been the case in Liberia that when people steal they can take the money from in the country and send it overseas. So the president was in Lofa, where, of course, right now the king of Liberia, Stomafala, is with them. It was after he went to dedicate some guest houses and all these things. And the president was saying, every time people come here and steal money, they can send the money overseas. But we have to build this country. We have to use this money in this country. So when you steal, those who always want to steal are encouraged. Encouraged means continuation of what you always did. They think ain't get any PhD way to twist it. I encourage. He didn't say I discourage. We all know the differences between encourage and discourage. And encourage you, full stop. Encourage you to do what? Encourage you to continue while you always love. But help people with the money. He said, with they. What is the they? They points to a specific thing now. The money you steal. So the thing is simple. You can change it. You can come here and use your mouth up and down and talk about book, about whatever. That's your business. But these are the facts. Someone talked about the president is not known for corruption. Well, I don't want to be the one to say it. I sent studio a post from our dear Senator Abraham Darros DeLong, who actually supported President Bakai 2017 when he quoted and spoke of the dismissal of President Bakai by Samuel Doe for a $2 million issue. Not me. Senator DeLong is on his page. Go on Facebook, just tap Abraham Darros DeLong Bakai corruption. Just type it, you will see it. He said it right there. Ask yourself, how did President Bakai leave all of the places he worked before? Another person talked about the president is not noted for speaking all kinds of ways. Just before the election, the president said if he didn't get what he wanted, the country will cease to exist. Right here at the Capitol, the president went there and said hooligans actually burned the place down. No investigation. Who knew? Electrical fault could do it, but he already concluded that human beings did it. And somebody wants to interpret somewhere because they know book, they're so smart, they went to all of the school on earth defining it. I thought it is funny. But the truth is, it was disappointing for the president to be in a gathering with people who Unity Party have long called corrupt, and now encouraging people. It's okay to steal, but don't carry the money overseas when you steal. Spend the money in Liberia and help people. You can interpret it, you can define it, you can insult other people, you can talk about your book, you can talk about your education. It's up to you. What will never change? Number one is number one. No matter how many times you try to tell us how one long, how it's short, how it's long, how it's been. That's your business. It is disappointing. And this is what exactly the president meant. I will hope that he will try to say he misspoke, which we can look at from another angle. But for today, the president did encourage people who always love to steal to keep stealing, but invest the money in the country. Simple.
Thank you, Asido. Let me bring in Dr. Bropleh. Dr. Bropleh, let's hear you, sir.
Stanley, my late father had a saying. Often he would say, son, put your head into this one. And I think we got too many heart reaction and not enough head reaction. The heart is the seat of emotion, but the head is the place of reason. So let's reason, okay? This statement. Yes, the president said what the president said. What would be the reason for a president who ran on a mantra of anti-corruption, who served in the government and does not have 6, 7, 8 cases of corruption hanging over his head, who has shuttled around the world begging people for money, who is well aware that international partners despise people who are corrupt? What would be the point? What would be the reason for a president, even if he felt like people were stealing money and sending it overseas, to say, okay, y'all can steal, y'all just use the money here? It flies in the face of inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning, any kind of reasoning. And to all my friends who, by the way, who disagree but always try to be disrespectful in the disagreement, you can disagree or being disrespectful in a disagreement. I challenge you to take the next step down that road and ask yourself why. If you say the president meant to say corruption is open in Liberia, you can do it, then use the money here. Then ask yourself the why question. Why would he say that? And I bet you when you ask yourself that question, most of the people in that category will fall off because you can't answer that question in good faith unless you leave your head home and just use your heart. I don't believe, and nothing in the text or the context suggests that this president will stand up and make his job exponentially more difficult by saying in a country where we're already struggling, it already steal, it already be corrupt. You just use the money in your village. It flies in the face of reason. It doesn't make sense. I feel confident that this president did not mean to say. Could he say it differently? A choice of way? Yes. But I don't think that you can reasonably conclude, giving everything, his example and all of this in your own personal service, that he meant to say, you'll be corrupt, but you'll use the money. It doesn't even make sense.
Dr. Bropleh, thank you very much. Abba Tupac?
You know, I think I'll try to go to the Bible. Instead of the Bible business, I'll try to go to the Bible on this one. In one of the phrases there, in one portion of the Bible, I believe Jesus said, the way you treat stupid people is the way you treat me. So I will try to listen to Jesus and treat the people like I would treat Jesus with respect. And just say, understanding sometimes is extremely limited, sometimes it's contrived, and in the case of you, Stanton, is to create hype. Because all you're doing with that, your interpretation of what Joseph Boga was saying, that all you're doing in that closing that you are doing in the first round. Because this thing is simple. He's encouraging those who want to remain corrupt. He begged, use the money for the people, use the country money for the people. He said, go take some. Morgan was explicit when you play Morgan recording. Yeah, if you steal the money and you pay your house in Liberia or whatever, Morgan a rogue. We know that it's established. Morgan is corrupt. The other people who work with him know. The public knows. So we're not taking anything lesson from McGill in terms of propriety. No. And for people to pretend, really pretend, I think that's where being disingenuous extend to being very close to being stupid. Because when the thing is obvious, when the English is there, and people want to pretend it's an education thing, or other people think they're more educated. No, it's not an education thing. It's simple English, it's simple context that Dwalu tried to explain. If you look at the totality of what the president said, you know, it's good to be opposition. It's good to criticize and break down on substance, on major issues, but not on the trivial thing that has no relevance to how we move forward and has no traction. It can't stand. And you want to make it look like it's so rational? No. That means you're telling the people who got even small sense that is stupid. In that case, you are the one who are stupid when you try to interpret something that's obvious to me. Okay? And stupid is not an insult. Anybody can look at the word in the dictionary. Stupid is not an insult. Some people are sensitive, so they may take stupid to be an insult, but it's not. It's when you act a certain way that's out of order, that's stupidity. So it's very, very clear to me what this represents. It's clear to anybody who is willing to be open to this kind of statement. Now, like Dwalu said, if you want to argue, encouragement was not applying to remaining corrupt and steal money. No. Encouragement was applying to using the money for our people. So it's just sad that we have to discuss this, but I think I will rest on this and I will transition to church and pray for the idiocy to be removed from the minds of our people, the understanding of English to be proper, that most students can probably read, hopefully better will understand that they can pass the WASH exam, because somebody was saying it. Maybe that's one of the reasons why we do so poorly. The way we comprehend things. It's just one track, narrow. And we need to enlighten our minds. We can't let politics overtake us to the point that the obvious is being misinterpreted purposely to decry the people in leadership or in political opposition. So I thank you. I really appreciate this platform. It gives us the opportunity to share our thoughts. And it's good for people to disagree. It's good for people to have their own opinion. We don't have a problem with that. You know, it's good for like some of the people in the audience to insult any of the panelists the way they want. That's part of being in the public space. You know, you got to accept that. But we appreciate the platform. We appreciate sharing whatever knowledge we think we are imparting to our people. And it's up to them to either receive it or to reject it. That's all part of this kind of public stand. Thank you.
Thank you, Alva. The Bible never, Jesus Christ never said that if you're stupid, treat me how people can treat stupid people. Nowhere in the Bible you will find that. You are lying on the Bible. Your interpretation of the Bible is wrong.
Well, you know the Bible. I'll give you the verse.
We have Dr. Bropleh here who studied the Bible very well. And you don't do this. It's not a joke. If you want to put out those lies and think that you are too intelligent, then do it somewhere else, but don't lie on the Bible. May God forgive you. The issue that you come on the show every evening to lie and say you're talking about Bible and people stupid, it's just childish. Because we know the reason why Abba is protecting, because you're getting 95,000 consultancy. But we'll discuss that later. Uncle Sam, let me bring you in. Let's discuss the issue, Uncle Sam, on the second round. Talk to us.
Look, Dr. Bropleh, no one left their head anywhere. And without deference to you, you know, you're my great brother, nobody left their head anywhere. You don't use a word like encourage. Encourage to discourage and act. You don't use that. Now, if you want us to go all the way to left field, where dementia, amnesia is creeping in, we can say that. But I don't want to say that because what? I don't let it do personal attacks. Right? If you use a wrong word, instead of saying discourage or condemn, and you're using courage, it could be dementia, amnesia, or some physical thing. But I'm not going to go there. But this is where I want to go. The boycott who is president is not the boycott that I know. Mr. President, before you became president and took the mantle of leadership and you put your hand up to swear to the Constitution, you encourage hundreds of thousands of dollars to be siphoned from NoCal, for the poor people to buy 5 cars. No PPCC, no public procurement, no ethics, nothing. Our money, hundreds of thousands. Then you rail against METEC and CTN. Today, METEC is your pepper bush. CTN is your pepper bush. You told Doba Jala to find $84 million to participate in a corrupt, visibly corrupt deal. 285 machines that cost about $20 million. They were invoiced for $84 million. You've taken those things. That's not the Joe Boycott that is the accounting figure. It's not. It's not a Joe Boycott, the accounting figure who invites somebody to room to pray with the Pope and is hatching a plan to remove that same speaker. And while the matter is in a court, he goes and cavered with the renegade lawmakers. That's the Joe Boycott you're talking about. That's not the same Joe Boycott I knew, a man at Ever Baptist Church. The political economy has ruinous consequences on good and decent people. I've seen that happen on many occasions. It contaminates the best and the brightest. So nobody gonna come and talk to me about there's nothing in his past, but there's something in his recent, nothing in his past. But there are things in the recent, I just named you five incidents of corruption that can be credibly attributed to his active participation. NASCAR, CTN, METEC, 285 machines. That's evidence. And you think I care about people who be cussing me, calling me old, calling me this, calling me that? You think I'm speaking for you? The CDC people did worse to me when I used to call Samuel Toa and George Weah. And you think I'm giving Joseph Boyka a hard time? I guess Samuel Toa and McGill and Joe Weah a harder time. They cost me. They had an effigy on me, RIP, and all that kind of stuff. I don't give a heck about what people think about me. Your thoughts have no effect on my existence. Live with that. Just deal with the truth. And the truth is constant. And Joseph Boyka, on this one, that Dr. Richardson said maybe he misspoke, but what he said should never be spoken in a polite setting, in a polite gathering. We should discourage that. We should condemn it. That's my position.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Eduardo.
Thank you. I'm going to start by saying this. Stanton was not just wrong. He was dead wrong. All the yelling did not help. It would not help. His interpretation was entirely wrong about this issue. I want to say this. If you just have to make a political point, when you see an obvious truth, it erodes your credibility. But I want people to understand that when a man comes on the show, every time before that man talks, he self-deprecates. People don't go to school. The people want to know all the bull. When he does that, he's showing you his frailty. It got nothing to do with book. This is about basic interpretation. When people have to make the explanation about a simple subject matter, and that person is going all the way to Vonjuma, they're going all the way to Seklipi, they're going far away from what is being stated. I will go back to the comment. The comment is straightforward. This does not call for misinterpretation. He was talking about building the country. The focus should be to build the Republic of Liberia. I'm going to encourage you. Those of you who continue to steal and to be corrupt, I hold your foot. Let's use the money on the people. This is not something about this dementia. It's not something about somebody losing their scruple. It has nothing to do with that. Look, gentlemen, when we take these little basic comments and we try to stretch it and make an entire show with it, we become a circus. This is exactly what we're doing. This doesn't call for anybody just going ahead and talking 24/7 and say this is what he's done. Uncle Sam, I will concede a lot of points to you about the buses and all of those. But we are not talking about the buses here. We are talking about a statement that was made. Look at the posture. Look at the selling. Look at the intent. Look at everything. And I will continue to concede this point over and over. Maybe he should have used discourage. You can make that point. But to suggest because he used encouraged and everything else that he said that is so obvious, that means he's saying, you're going to steal, but you're going to be there. How do you put two of those together? Look, we cannot continue to come on the show and just try to take a position just to make a political point. When something is right, we say it. If it is wrong, we say it. We cannot say things for the sake of saying things. Interpretation is not something that just left out there. If I say I went to my sister Glennie's house, this is not left for different interpretation. I did go to Glennie's house. But if I say I did went to Glennie's house, even though the sentence is wrong, does that mean I did not go to Glennie's house? So all of a sudden now she say, oh, so I do interpretation, guys. We can't do interpretation that way. We have to stay focused on the task. This was plain and simple language. Discourage corruption, spend the money on the people. That was it. Stanton, thank you, brother.
You are quite welcome, but I will wait for my time to respond to you because I think you are double dead wrong. The way you speak, your action is different from mine. because I like to go into the soul, the mind, the body of the Liberian people and our listener. So if I scream, accept it. Or you can put yourself in the back after I finish screaming, come back on. We're going to have a beautiful show. You consider with the fact that, yes, you should have used this courage instead of encourage. So everything else you said is just bunch of lie. Because at the end of your statement, you consider.
Wait,
so
you will leave it down. You will leave it down.
No, I'm going to use my time now.
Wait, you double time. Okay, use your time now. Okay, I
use
make
my
sure.
time now. I'm going to use my time now. I will. Then when they finish, we'll go to my get one or take. You just
Come on,
consider.
any phases. Any phase of business.
That face. You just consider. You consider that the president should have used this courage instead of encourage. Guys, let's stop the joke. As much as we love Joseph Yemapwaka, let's tell the president that he was dead wrong. And let's have a beautiful Christmas. And pray to God that he usher us in a wonderful new year. We will not have a president standing on the podium and making such a mistake. The president made a mistake. You are encouraging your people, your ministers. Look at my misstatement in the chat room. Every one of you write a statement. I'm not going to bring it up here because that's our chat room statement. Go ahead and fight with Mame. I know you're trying to fix this thing, man, but you can't fix it. I know you're trying hard, my brother Tuadu. My love to you. Merry Christmas. May God bless you and your family. But you can fix this one. And I'm moved because I will reserve another 30 seconds for anybody that will come back. So I let you 1 minute 30 seconds.
I'll say my own.
No, but I say I'll keep it my own 30 seconds. When you're finished, I'll use my last 30 seconds.
You're using the 30 seconds today because after my own, you use it too. So let me just say here, the
go
word,
ahead, Glennie. Go ahead, Glennie.
I know we're all talking about the language, the English language, and the word encourage is an action word. We must look at the statement in context. What is that action word encouraging? How does the sentence end? But we know that's another day for the English people. Just like I said, and we all have said it here, everybody will interpret how they receive the message. And if we have a lot of people saying that there is the interpretation is different from what President Boyka meant to say, then it's important for him to clarify to those who may not align with what his statement meant. I don't think that his statement was encouraging people to be corrupt. So that's my thinking. But I also want to say here, we all are here. We can just interject something slawy. You come and interject that there's dementia and amnesia with the president. That's unacceptable. That's not something we should do. That's wrong. And think that somebody won't pick it up. That, I think there may be a dementia or there may be amnesia there. That is so wrong. For me and that deal with that we have worked with the elderly for many years, that's unacceptable for me. That I would sit here and a panelist would say that about somebody else. Somebody could say it about you too. That wouldn't be right. And don't make it sound like, you're just trying
amnesia and dementia at my age.
You should not do that. You shouldn't do that. That's wrong. That was not right.
Uncle Sam, that was not right. We don't want to hear it. Let Glennie finish. I beg you, sir.
You can't interject that and try to interplay that and say, there could be a dementia or there could be amnesia. There could be for any one of us here. Dementia doesn't have an age attached to it. Anybody could have it. Sometimes even I myself, I think I have amnesia because I can't remember everything.
Exactly.
But to interject it put it into this statement, into this context, you're directly referring it to President Boyka, and that's wrong and unacceptable from my point of view. That's what I want to say. That's not right.
Thank you, Glennie. We'll get back to you, but you cannot interrupt when your colleague is speaking. We're trying to get a message out there. If you plead guilty, just hold on. We will get your guilty plea when we get to you, sir.
Look, I've said my piece with this entire issue. Again, the president, for me, the statement is, was completely out of order. The president shouldn't have said what he said in those particular words. For me, I'm looking at the words he's using: encourage, not discourage. He's not sending a strong message, a strong warning to discourage his officials from being corrupt. That's how I am seeing this entire thing. And I don't believe that, looking at the president, saying, well, this president is not known for corruption. So what we may not have, the president, for corruption, but we do know that there's a lot of other reports before the president. We do know on this show, you bring a lot of news of corruption, on this show, and Stanton is famously known for referring to his LTA and $2.6 million. And this president has not acted. That's the real issue. That in the last 11 months of all the issues that we've raised, all the instances of corruption. Now, it's unfortunate that Ava, but I wanted to ask Ava, if he felt that this was so clear, anybody who interpreted it differently, they're quote unquote stupid, then, what would he say? Will you attribute those same words to the president when it comes to the Supreme Court ruling? Because I, like many people, think that the ruling is clear. The president has, and his justice minister have ascribed a different meaning to it, and they're going with it. So are they stupid too? So are they stupid? Will you say they are stupid because that the ruling is so clear and they have a different meaning for it? So again, I think the hallmark of what we do here is we will disagree, and we'll all not always agreed on the things, but I think is mutual respect for the views of each and everyone on this platform. I think it should be the hallmark of the show. We are not, and whether you believe it or not, this show. This is a lot of all come from different political backgrounds, have different political persuasions, and you can't divorce the politics from what we are going to do here. So you got to you got to have all that. Take all that in your mind when you come to the show, and just address the issue. You disagree. Somebody on the show would say, "It's not my job to babysit the Barker administration." I would look at everything just as you. I was on the show. I watched the show for many years, and just as you, Eduardo did, like everything just and Samuel too, and everybody did. They were corrupt. They were bad, and there's nothing good they could ever done. Right, the worst people you ever seen. So it's just what it is. So we see it the way we see it. You see it the way you see it. The Liberian people will decide. They will make a determination.
Thank you very much, Clinton. Dr. Richardson, can you take us home? We'll be going to the Maget clip later and play that and make the comparison. Folks, we are here to 6:30. I think I said 6:30 or 6 o'clock. Whatever the time is.
He said like Christmas Eve, we'll go finish our Simon
6:30.
Yo, Pepsi, you drinking now? You don't want to move ahead.
So as I said,
after this, then we'll go ahead and take some phone calls. So let's do 6:30, guys. Nothing more. Thank you, Dr. Richardson.
As I said earlier, I want to look at the president's statement in this context. I'm not going to look at, who's corrupt in his government, who's not corrupt, what did he say about the audit, and what he did not say. And in this context, I believe that he misspoke. I don't believe that a president, as I said earlier, or a leader of Liberia will want to encourage corruption. Okay. And I'll be glad to listen and hear what McGill had to say. I also went back and read the article about what he said and how he said it. So let's look at it contextually as we speak. And I'm sure Stanton is going to play the video of what he said, and then we can make some comparison. But I seriously believe that the president misspoke. I also want to, I think I would side with Glennie on the fact that if his statement needs to be clarified, it should be clarified. There are a lot of Liberians who have different levels of understanding, different levels of interpretation. It wouldn't hurt to clarify his statement. Okay, that's what I just want to add.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. So let's do the Maget clip, and I think this will run us into our 6 o'clock. We'll take some phone calls, and we'll wish everybody to remember tomorrow there will be no show. We are having our Christmas celebration with our family. Okay, so we'll not be on the set. If you want to do a show, well, the network is there. You can do your show, but we, Stanton the Witherspoon, will not be on. It's time for me to spend time with my grandkids, my children, like everyone else. Again, let's get to the McGill clip, and let's see what McGill said in comparison to what the president said today.
You follow heaven. Don't go see all the folks stealing money. But even if I'm seeing money, I get a brand for a good year. Because Ali, I'm seeing a carrying in Europe. Some point in the country, all government are in interest. That's the money. But we have no money. The school will go to our people there, go pay for the school like that. I can't pay all the money like that. So I'm going to tell the money I carry to Ghana, correct? But what can they get out of me? I was taking Brian Gary. Then I'll leave it. If they go take me, I'll carry her with me. Our friends when I will kind of see all this, but what can they looking for? They go book power on the these are the things we'll be doing. I just want to say thank you to for doing what he's doing. What is the young man doing? He's just doing part. One day will not be represented. But
Okay, there you have it. Let me come to you. Let's talk about this tape, the McGill claim. As it do, make the comparison.
Yeah, thank you. And I just want to spend small time on McGill things, in my 2 minutes. First off, it's clear we all said it. Even McGill said every day the post say I still. Even if he said it that way, his is different. But let's agree for the sake of argument that he was wrong. The fact that we are comparing what McGill said to what President Parker said, it says a lot. Let's agree that he was wrong. McGill was wrong. President Parker is right. But let me go quickly on to end my 2 minutes. My senior brother Ava said something before he left. He said, if you interpreting what you see, you are stupid. I agree with Ava. I really agree with him. If you listen to something and you tend to interpret it in a different way than what you heard, that is the crux of stupidity, and anyone who listens to what President Parker said and wants to interpret it another way is a stupid person. Like Abba said, I agree. You cannot be more stupid than listening to what you listen to and say, no, why you listen to it? Hey, you listen to something else. You are at the center of stupidity, and I agree with Abba. I agree with him. And I know my daughter here, Dr. Bropleh, was asking question. Why will President Parker want to say such a thing? Why would he want to say, if you steal money, spend it right here, don't care overseas, help the people? Doctor, there are plenty of reasons why. You are one of those who claim education, Doctor. President Parker has a foundation. That foundation has been dishing out money. Doctor, where did the foundation get all of the money from? So President Parker is trying to justify certain action. He was in Lofa, where he was with our own Thomas Fala, and he was dedicating guest houses. The question is, where did all the money come from to build all these guest houses? So he's telling the people, let us spend the money here. He is also looking at his actions at LTA. He's looking at his actions from LRA, the Yellow Machine saga, what he also did with the 500,000 from NASCOM. So, Title, there are so many reasons why President Parker will want to justify spending corrupt money in Liberia. Unless you can prove me wrong. When has it ever been a point in time when President Parker's foundation has been spending thousands of dollars like it is spending today? You can give me an article, you can give me a reference. Of recent, we heard that his foundation distributed some medical equipment worth something around 500,000 US. Chief, are you not seeing the parallel reason why the president is defending spending corrupt money in the country? Again, at end, Mangia was clear. Everything they posted, even if. But no, he was wrong, and I agree he was wrong. But President Parker wasn't. You can insult and say people carry their hair in Douala while they are body in Oro by your business. Apparently, you are working with your head and your body, but the brain are in your head. So your own, you can understand it. But you can insult. All day you can insult people. But if you have your head, your body, and the brain in the head, like Abba said, you will not be stupid to interpret what your ear heard. That is a crux of stupidity. Thank you.
That's a problem.
I think if you want to have a conversation about evaluating the president first 11, almost 12 months in office, that's a conversation I'm willing to have. I thought this was about his comments and my interpretation thereof. I am pressed to find out who really believes that the president would say it's okay to be corrupt, just use the money here, and answer the question why. I continue to believe that the president didn't mean that. Could he have spoken differently, choice of words? Yes, but it's a preference matter. Okay, he said what he said the way he said it. All we can do, all I can do, is interpret what I heard. And I continue to believe if I put only my head into this conversation and not my heart, the president did not mean to say it is okay because it doesn't make sense for him to say, as the leader of a nation, that it's okay to be corrupt. It flies in the face of common sense, and I would like to believe that the president has a lot of that. The second thing is this: the president made a comment, and each of us are free to opine on what the president said. I never get upset with people when they have opinions that are different from mine, and I always be respectful when they have their own opinion. I give my opinion based on what I believe makes sense. And unless somebody can prove why it will be profitable and sensible for the leader of the nation to stand and say corruption is okay, when in fact, corruption is one of those things that our partners check before they decide how much they're going to help us. I'm struggling to find out why anybody would think the president meant to say that. And what is the goal? Okay, he said corruption is okay in Liberia. So now what? So let's all go and just be corrupt and steal the money, just use the money here. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense to me. And that's where I am. It doesn't make sense at all. McGill said what McGill said. In fact, I don't even want to compare the two statements because they're different statements and by different people. One is the president of the country who doesn't have a history of stealing government. The other is the senator who will have been sanctioned by the U.S. who do thorough investigative work before this thing. So I'm not going to compare. I'm just going to say that the president, I think, did not mean to say it's okay to be corrupt and use the money here. And I think Senator McGill's record would speak for itself.
Thank you very
Thank
much. That's Bropleh. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dwadu.
Thank you. Personally, I'm not going to speak to the McGill topic. It's self-explanatory. They are not in the same category. We put them on the same stage, but they should not be on the same stage. But I want to say something here. I will speak to this. You know, when we come here, we bring a message, and we expect, like Dr. Bropleh said, not everybody's going to agree with us. But when and I know I've been on the show for some time now. I don't know how long, but at least a year. When somebody say I come on the show and I insult people every day, I'm making this point because we have to move forward as a people. I don't remember one day that I've insulted anybody from the audience. Now, there are times, maybe perhaps the way I present my message, you may feel insulted by it. I cannot help that. But we cannot make claims because, say, for instance, Dr. Francine says something, and you say she want Alice, she know plenty of book, and you feel insulted by that. I cannot be faulted for that. Look, as a leader, there's something that I've done, that we've done, that we've been taught to do for decades now, almost 20 years. Every time we want to take a decision, we have to ask 5 whys. If I can justify those 5 whys, then I make the decision. The decision most of the time will be right. 5 whys. Let's ask ourselves, why would I insult somebody on the platform who's listening to me? Why? 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 Ask those 5 why. We can answer them. So we cannot just make blanket a statement. Yes, I understand some of us would be different political party, and if you criticize, look, I don't. Maybe Stanton has, and everybody on this show know how much I criticize President Boycott because I believe my legacy is tied to President Boycott's legacy because we brought this president to power. But when something is right, let's not make it wrong for the sake of political argument. I'm a man. If my voice takes you off, and you say, "Oh, when Dwaluta," and I said, "One more time, I forgot her name. It went through the thread yet." I'm not gonna sound like I'm gonna sound like gay again. Come on, our people. I can't sound like a woman. There's no way I know how to. This voice, I don't try. I don't do nothing. It just comes out. But I want to say this to you. If you feel offended by the way I talk, my apologies. But I'm not apologizing for who God has made me to be. I'll be forceful because that's what a Marine sergeant does. We got to make the point. We got to push the issue. At the end of the day, it's about mission accomplishment. Once again, man, your Merry Christmas, Stanton. It was a great show today, as always. I don't know if we close yet. Lenny?
No, we close here. We'll do our closing because we got 30 minutes. Let's hear everyone on reply on the McGill clip, and then we'll close. I don't think you sound like a girl, though. I think the only person on the show that sounds like a chick would be Clinton, not you. Go ahead.
Somebody said you grew up somewhere. It reminded me. Yes, they made our first man.
Please, I'm sorry, man. Sorry. Go ahead, Glendy.
So I think I want to echo what Dr. Bropleh said. I don't think there's a comparison with what President Boycott said and what McGill said. Even if we try, can compare the two. In McGill's statement, with it, even if he was in the supposition where he said, in case I stole. So he was almost acknowledging that there's a possibility that stealing went on. So those two things, for me, you can't compare them. There's no way you can compare both to that. So if you're asking me about that, I think there are two different statements. They're coming from two different people. And I think both of the statements, the two of the statements, they mean different things to different people. But for me, McGill's statement cannot be compared to President Boycott's statement.
Okay, thank you. Let me bring in Clinton.
Look, even if, and I think that's that there is nothing in our statement, and that's the point we are trying to make. There is nothing in our statement that says encourage corruption. But we know around that time, before the election period, that statement was used as a campaign slogan for the UP force. The minister was responding at the time to the number of unsubstantiated allegations. Same thing with people who tried to do it with Professor Tarpet. Look, Miguel, the U.S. sanctions. No one, they don't. You're not invited to a courthouse. You don't stand before a jury of your peers. You don't have an opportunity to defend yourself, and you're not convicted by a jury of your peers, right? So there is no opportunity here. You go the sanction. We can go into the politics of sanctions. We can go into the politics of international sanctions. Look, I've said sanctions can be a force for good. They can be a force for bad. It depends on what's driving the sanction, what factors are driving the sanction. If you ask the Chinese, if you ask you have the let me
Man, thank you. That's it. That's Richardson. I love that little girl.
Regarding my statement, I don't believe any leader, I don't believe President Boycott would encourage corruption. And in my guilt statement, I believe that by saying, even if I stole money, I will use it in the country, I will not take it to Europe. You shouldn't be speaking like that as a leader. You should not be speaking about encouraging people to steal money. That should not be even part of your vocabulary. So, as the president misspoke, and I believe it will be a whole lot of good for the country if he clarifies, what he says, or even reiterate that he didn't mean to say people should be corrupt. It's the same way that I don't think that McGill should have been speaking anything near corruption or saying, even if I stole money, at least I'm building a house in Bon County and I'm not taking it to Europe or Ghana. Who does that? No leader should be even saying that. That should not be said at all. So I believe McGill blundered when he said that. And given his history, we know we have the sanction issue, we have the payroll padding issue that happened. We have the issue where he built his mother a burial house, because I don't want to say a cemetery or burial house. So all of those things in context should say a lot about a leader. That's all I have to say.
All right, Dr. Richardson, thank you. I'm not saying Uncle Sam to hear from him, but I would say Maggie messed up, and that statement haunted him. It haunted him, it brought him down, and everybody will say, well, he was placed on sanction for it. I think the president slipped, but I would say the president messed up. I don't think we all can disagree to agree. I do believe sincerely in my heart. If you ask President Joseph Boakai to say that again, he would say no, because it just doesn't look right. It's bad yesterday, it is bad today. And thank God we all have disagreed, and we have come to a place to say, yes, indeed, we can do better with our statement. Yes, Dr. Bropleh, we all will be in Zico. That's what makes the show. Unlike any other show, this show comes with some, acting career that you have to go through. You got to go to the career school. You got to put spirit in it. We ain't going to have a no core show. I got to pick on somebody. I got to go on somebody's skin to make it like you in the theaters. We are in people's homes. But what can you say? Somebody sent this to me and it just made me laugh today. Well, JMB spoke in context. Our man then will be stated in context. So go interpret that one too. Go and interpret. The country will not kill anybody. I say the country will not kill me. Let me beat my 45. It's as how we interpret these things. Maggie messed up when he made that statement. You can put all your allegation on McGill that he's the best criminal in the world, but it is proven in court that we all believe those are just allegations. It can be payroll pardoning, it can be the U.S. sanction, it can be anything till it is proven in court. We get Amos Samuel now. Let it be proven in court that he stole the money. Other than that, it's just allegations. So let's just come back to President Boakai. I don't think the president will repeat such though. But the good thing, people in government, let it can clean it. You are not in government, Mr. Duadu. I'm not in government. Nobody here in government. Let's see whether the information minister will clean it up. Let's see whether Kula Fufana will come and do a regular call in like she did and say, yes, the president didn't meet that. Listen, the Liberian people right now, we are not stupid anymore. Everything you say, what you do, we will hold you to it. And I think President Boakai, in everything they take away from his trip, if it's not the private jet that took him to Lofa, it will be this thing we are talking about. Who President Boakai was defending when he said, just face your county, just face your country, just face your district. Seriously, President Boakai was saying a caveat. He was saying a message to somebody. But it's up to you to figure it out. Do you know President Boakai? Know him better, and you'll come to understand. This is why Kula, if this is her page, the government is not responsible for how you plan your life from January to December. Besides, all of us are not Christians, so why complain about Christmas being hard? GMB will fix it next year. If this is Kula page, then, well, Kula need to also explain. If that's the actual Kula Fufana page. Because sometimes, like I will agree with Glendy, sometimes these things are people making up, and, fake pages here and there. I hope we can go on Kula. I took it from there. I hope it's very clear. That's not her page. But this message from the press secretary, Kula Fufana, that the government is not responsible for how you plan your life from January to December. Let me put some emotion in it again. But people say I'm too, emotional. Besides, all of us are not Christians.
No, don't say that term. I return it to sir for me. Emotional and rude. Those two things, you can't use that.
Okay, so I'll take that from Duado. That Duado said I was emotional. So Duado, you get that? Please,
Yeah.
everybody get an error in this place. Everybody get their own place to their own line. So, so why complain about Christmas being high? So again, people have to explain this. It's up to them. While we do this, while we close the show, I'd like to send a special birthday greeting out to my auntie in New Jersey, Atlantic City, Auntie Cecilia City. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your birthday, and I will be calling you. Hope to see you pretty soon. Yes, indeed. My uncle Webb, beautiful lady, great aunt. Want to say happy birthday to you, Auntie Cecilia City. Wishing you Godspeed. Dwalu, let's close. I said, do let's close. I think that's it. I don't think we should
Yeah.
boycott it. We
Yes,
should just.
thank you. I mean, it was a great show. Always, we would disagree, we agree, but the goal is to push Liberia forward. But something I want to say this though: if we verify and that is Kula's page, and she wrote that is extremely insensitive. I will wait until we show there is some verification, but I don't think Kula. I will wait because that will be very insensitive. But look, Merry Christmas across.
I beg you guys, if you know the real Archer Kula page, can you just go on and verify? Because people are saying that Kula page, we just got to be very straight up. I know Kula would not do that, but if you know that Kula page, just I beg you verify for us and let us know. Do I to continue, sir?
Hey, D credits, man. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to our brothers and sisters out there in Minnesota, across the globe, all the way out there in Australia, back home in Liberia, across the country, to my beloved Grand Bassa County. I want to say Merry Christmas. I would say it's a year, we don't know what's going on. I know the Spoon Network, Stanton, we're talking in the background with the rest distribution. But these Christmas years, Honorable Boakai, we have to continue to do more for the people. The climate we saw in the country during this Christmas period is not something that we should be celebrating. Some of our people are sad. Some of them feel like this Christmas is not something to be excited about. I remember as a boy in Grand Bassa County on Tubman Street, the whole street will be blocked up. We'll be buying our clothes, our Christmas clothes, our things. We'll get 15 different things all over the place. And that nostalgic feeling, sometimes you feel it. And you hope your people can experience that again. For those of you who are in Monrovia, I heard about Wallace. You guys went to Wallace. But for me, Buchanan is the greatest city in the country. But we want to say a Merry Christmas to everybody across the globe. Guys, we come here to propagate a message. And the message is simple. We have to do everything we can to lift this country. Some people will get hurt in the process. I believe anybody who stands in the way of Liberia's progress, that person should be removed so the entire country can move forward. This is why I come here every day. And we'll continue to preach that message until God said we can no longer do it. Once again, man, it was a pleasure. Dr. Bropleh.
Thank you, Dualu. And yeah, always a pleasure, always a privilege to be able to be here and to share. Not every night we agree on everything, and not every night the audience agree on everything. So for all those who get upset that people disagree with you or write things, I will share with you what I use in the public square, since that's been most of my professional life. And it's simple. If, if they didn't agree with Jesus on everything, they will never agree with you. Yeah, I'm the chief of sinners. They will never agree with me. They didn't agree with Jesus. Yes, I will close. I am on record, I think, for objectivity and for being critical in a constructive way of this president and of this government. When they do well, I will applaud them. When they don't do well, I will critique them so that they can do better. I'm not loyal to party, I'm loyal to Liberia. And so I try to keep my head in that particular space. I said what I said about the president's comments, and that's it. Those who have different views, I respect it. We find a way forward. What I will say is, I will hope that the press secretary will just put a statement. You don't need a press conference. Just put a statement out tomorrow on their page or something and say, the president did not mean that. You say, but why is that important? It is important because corruption is that cancer that has so affected our socioeconomic development in this country for so long. And when people start to jump on the president's statement and say, oh, the president says okay to be corrupt, just use your money here. I think a simple statement saying, no, that's not what the president meant, Here's what the president meant. It's good enough. And a statement like that will help us as we move forward. But I will wish everybody a prosperous and progressive 2025. I think our country will be better if we always do our part. Thank you, Stanton.
Dr. Bropleh, thank you very much. I beg you guys, let's just take 10 or 15 calls. The people are killing me right now. They say, oh, it's not well.
Can I close?
That we come on this very important conversation, and then Glennie don't want us to take calls. I will beg everybody, please. Glennie, will just be 10, then you'll close. You'll be the first after the calls. I beg you, Sister Glennie, don't give me night eyes because I'm going to say I got some.
But Stanton, I get new need for Glennie. I won't call that name. Pumpkin.
No, hold on. When you come in, then you call that name. I beg you, Uncle Sam. The last time you see the woman, that yellow woman, she get vet. So don't call the name.
Don't call yellow woman. I call her pumpkin.
Okay, don't call even orange. I beg you. I beg you. Don't even say orange. But let's I want to say welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Your name and where you joining us from?
My name is Brian from Minnesota. Thank you, Stanton. Merry Christmas to everyone. Quickly, start on the president's statement. One thing I captured from that statement, three things. One, why the president said that who wants to remain corrupt and stealing? That statement for me is a very dangerous statement because no one should remain corrupt and stealing. It should be gone once they are caught. Secondly, why the president used the word encourage? I think he used that word in the wrong context. But for me, I think he are in the head of the president. But I believe the president was trying to say, I encourage you, my ministers, to use the people money for the people. That's how I understand the word encourage. Now, what got my attention?
Thank you. Let's do 10 seconds to a minute, please.
Said that during those days, we all used to eat together and put our hands in the same bowl. And then those that he invited will come and say, whose hand is this? So is the president saying that you shouldn't ask any question, but just eat and go?
Thank you very much, my dear brother. It's good that you call in. Let me take this one. Your name and where you joining us from, sir.
The name is Jared W. calling from Springfield, Mass. Let me say compliment with CC the entire Spoon family.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Talk to us.
In our country, Liberia now is a government. When people will sit on talk show and discuss the government, for me, it's very important. It will help to make our government strong. So for me, I'm not deterred. You guys continue to do well. Thank you for this opportunity.
Merry Christmas and prosper Happy New Year to you, sir. Thank you. Yep. Your name and where you joining us from?
My name is Clarence M. Benjamin. I call from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Let me say Merry Christmas and Happy and Prosper New Year to all Liberians. I want to say to President Barker, you meant well for Liberia, and I know you spoke well, and we will continue a peace and unity in our country, and long live President Barker and the development plans for Liberia.
Thank you very much, my friend. It's good that you called in. Let me take this one. Your name and where you joining us from, please.
Hello?
Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
My name is Thea Jackson, calling from Maryland.
Talk to us, sir.
Hey, Stanton, how you doing? Everybody, how you doing on the panelists? How you doing? Happy holiday. Merry Christmas to all of you. If Maggie said something years ago, and President Braga said the same thing today, it's the same thing we need to complain about. We all need to say what is right and what is wrong. But one thing I want to say to Dr. Kenway and Sis Glennie and Dr. Bropleh and everybody on the panelists today, calling names. I learned a lot from you guys saying George Weah, then President Weah, Mangue, then Senator Mangue. If it was Darius DeLong, you would say Senator DeLong. Why don't you call Mangue Senator Mangue? And you go call Ellen Johnson Sirleaf President Sirleaf, but you can't call George Weah President Weah. Let respect people by the title. If I can call Dr. Chenaway, I can call Dr. Bropleh. Let's use these people and use their name. Give them the respect. I don't care how you feel about them. Give them the respect. That's what I wanted to say. But happy holidays to all of you. Enjoy yourself and enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your name and where you joining us from? Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
Hello.
Yes, you go ahead. You're on the 4206 line. Go ahead. Your name?
My name is Roman Sharif, and I call from North Dakota.
Talk to us, sir.
we want to say that the president said in as much people with that really different way, but as such, I believe that the president is not encouraging anything like corruption or whatever. But really, on the show, started this show, we've been following for this show for over many years and whatever. There are people that will come on the show and just say things that they not be checked. Like one thing that really, very boring on the show is people will come and say something and do not do fact checking on them. For example, like as they do come and say, a lot of things no one is fact checking. You just say things and just say to lose things that you just left from the show. That's not right. If people want to come to the show and hold the government if you want to fire, you take a come and do it. We accept that we want that from the show. We want for the go, we want for people to hold the government for to fire, feed to fire. But people should not come and bring propaganda thing and say on the show and that you can just go for free. The other day we listening to him, he came and said something. He suspended him for just a DJ asking to leave from the show. The next day he came.
Thank you.
You can't say another thing. So this thing are not right. We are not against this thing, but we want for people to come and when we want to discuss the government, can we fight? Can we fight on the show? So we're listening to you.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Thank you very much for calling in. We will take a few more calls, and again, let's take this one. Guys, please talk into the phone, please. Your name and where you joining us from?
This is Johnny Kine calling from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Yeah, Johnny Kine.
Yeah, so the president's statement, my attention is drawn to the parable where he said that I invited you to eat, and then you asking who hand is this. So I actually want to. I don't really know what he meant by that, because if you invite me to eat and then you take all the meat from in front of me and just give me a little dry rest and push it in front of me to eat, and if I make an attempt to take the meat and then you asking me who hand is this, so it's simply trying to say that who are you to question me? Because I gave you this job, I can do anything. So no one should question me. So that's my.
Thank you very much. That's a wise interpretation. It's good that you even brought it up. Thank you. All right, let me take this one. Your name and where you joining us from. We're going to take 5 more. Then we're going to go back to do our closing. Your name and where you joining us from?
Thank you for taking in my song. Pastor, I think some people making comment that you said, brother, if you have to do business with the devil, you will do so that you can win the election. We don't want God to say about that to power. No other man lie on the paper. If I on the paper say, if I want to, if I make business with the devil to win the election, then I will do it. If that statement are true, then based on that statement, Joseph Brother know that people stealing, because if you're already making business with the devil, then you know the devil is going to be stealing later. Now you say you have to steal over here using the country. But I don't believe that Joseph Walker made that statement for his mother. If I have to make business with the devil just to win the election. And to my son, Bravo, we know you didn't get me a $95,000 contract from Joe Walker. So you want to put in a strong role. So we understand, because you should be very critical of the government here. Not about the government to power. So my son, say the truth and tell the truth. Even though you get contract now or say the truth, I don't believe that Joseph Walker said, I got to make business with the devil just to win the election. Because if you really said it, then the devil you referring to today that see the money and they will use it in the country. Thank you for having me, my son, stand on.
Don't you know who said? That decoys, I believe.
Oh man, that decoy, wait a minute, so that.
That decoys, I believe.
And that decoy is not lying, man.
Okay.
That's him. That's him.
I think that decoy is seriously.
That was him.
Let's take 3 more calls. Your name and where you joining us from? Oh Lord. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, your name, where you joining us from?
Yeah, hello, my name is Joe Mullenberg. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Talk to us, sir.
Yeah, and Steno, this goes to you. Steno, this goes to you. And Steno, there's something I want to say. When you own when you are the CEO of the station, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't give other people a chance to talk. I want you to be a little moderate sometimes when your colleagues are talking. Don't behave like because you are the owner of the station, you don't give them time to express themselves. And you keep yelling. I want you to encourage people to watch this phone talk. Yeah, encourage people to watch it. Don't discourage them. Because when you use ownership, it discourages people from watching the station. You throw your audience away. This is my very first time calling you. I love phone talk. or you're trying to discourage people. Please take note of this.
So what do you make about the president's statement now? Let me give you 10 more seconds. Thank you for your advice. What do you make about the president's statement?
The president's statement is very clear. And he earned. And the statement was clear, and he's earned, and that was a mistake. The president earned, that was a mistake. He's earned. It's a clear statement, and he's earned. It doesn't need interpretation. It's clear enough.
So I'm not understanding. You say it was clear, but the president made a mistake?
Say he was heard.
The president earned.
What do you mean earned? Earned
means he made a mistake by saying that.
Okay.
That's the meaning of earned.
Okay. So he made a mistake.
By saying that.
All right. Your name again?
My name is Joe Mullenberg.
Joe Mullenberg, thank you very much for calling Spoon tonight.
Mullenberg, not Mullenberg.
Oh, Mullenberg, thank you very much.
I'm from Minnesota.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Don't care if we time ball. Put the football in feet.
Let's take the last call. Man. Okay, you know what, guys? We're going to just stop. Let me take the last one, right? And because we got to close. Your name and where you joining us from? Your name, please. And where are you joining us from? Hello?
Hey, Stato, how you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. Talk to us.
Yeah, my name is Orlando, calling from New Jersey.
Orlando, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. I love your panelists. When it comes to other party official, when they say something, then what they say is truth. But when it comes to Omer Bwaka, when you say something to the world that people will understand, they will try to frame it in a way that to confuse our naive Liberian people to say the man never said it. Okay, the Omer said, my people want to bring you on the farm. Okay, to come breast grass. And then I will brought you on the farm. Then you want Omar and you want to question me. Before you even said that, then you want to question me. You understand me? The man trying to tell his official, you're stealing. And but you're stealing, you just use the money in our country. Then they want to frame it that the man never said it. Why he said he wanted a different thing. But people just stop the kind of thing here. Our country need to be faced and our country need to be built. When somebody says something that is wrong to the Liberian people, let us stand up to a face and say, listen, you are wrong for what you're saying. Don't encourage your official to steal from our country. How you expect me? After you finish saying that, we have to obey our country. Now how you obey our country for stealing from the country? Now, how you obey your country? You stop deceiving the people. Stand up. These people need to be sanctioned for your show when they decide to deceive the Liberian people. Thank you, Stanton.
Thank you very much. This is the Liberian People Show. You say your own, I say my own. The people decide. We come here, we fight, we joke, we laugh. But every one of you that call, we say Merry Christmas to you and a prosperous Happy New Year. You know, we would not get mad. We would only be glad because this too will make Liberia better. I will take one last call. And then we will go to the closing. Your name and where are you joining us from?
Hello?
Yes, your name? Where are you joining us from?
Musa Keita from a resident in the Network Saturday.
All right, talk to us, Musa.
But this is self-explanatory from the president's statement, Stanton. The president in the convoy, the president will even appreciate it. Is Tomo Fala, who has a checkup record that we all know of. Tomo Fala has stolen money allegedly and investing it in Lofa. The president dedicated all the property for Tomo Fala. And then he comes and tells you, if you are going to eat, go ahead and be asking what you eating for. Then what does really people want to tell you now? You have to go to college to even understand this. Look at the information where it came from. It came from dedicated project on behalf of Tomo Fala, who has the kind of record. So he defended Tomo Fala indirectly. It's simple. Let's start the game, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's our last call for tonight. Again, guys, we have to go. Please, Glenny got to go do her cooking. Her mom waiting for her. That's our last call. Just make your point quick, sir.
Yes, Senator. Thank you for taking my call. This is Salas, I'm calling from New Jersey.
Salas, thank you.
No problem. I just want to say real quick that the president made no mistakes, Senator. I can't believe that all these educated people, all the good people that can interpret stuff the right way will sit on this platform and misinterpret the president. The president said encourage. The word encourage could be in a positive way or in a negative way. when he says encourage, he's not encouraging nobody to steal money. He's encouraging people not to steal. We all are in West Africa. We know how the Nigerian book is say, I beg. When the president says, those who want to steal money, I beg. That means that don't you dare do it. He's telling the people not to steal money, and then let's go ahead and use the money we have to build Liberia. He's not saying that I beg you, you'll continue to steal money. So it's nonsense for people to sit on this platform and say that the president is encouraging people to steal money. I disagree. That's not true. That's not what he meant. That's my point. Thank you for taking my call.
You are quite welcome. Thank you again. We'll continue on Thursday. Tomorrow is.
Don't run away from the chess. We're gonna play chess, my man.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Oh, Silas, thank you very much. I appreciate you.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay. So again, folks, we have to go. We have to go. Glennie marketing for us. I mean, they're cooking. We cannot take any more calls. Welcome to the show.
Tomorrow.
You will just do your closing with us, but I think we're going to Glennie right now. Sister Glennie, talk to us.
I don't even know what to say, sir. But anyway, let me send a shout out to my sister Dede Lavla. Today is her birthday. And my goddaughter, Sydney L. Bassie. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday. The first or second caller who was trying to insinuate. Sometimes it's good to respond to somebody's caller who can come. Jerry, someone can say you're to your own, we to our own. But you're coming, you're talking, if to say your own are the law and gospel, but our own are lies. But you will still sit down and listen to our lies. But I want to address that second caller who claimed that people don't use titles for McGay and other people. Senator McGay, I use his title. I just want to take myself, but I would like for the seditious on here and the councillor or the attorney to ask Scholasco, why does he not refer to President Barker as President Barker? That person who called was asking off and not saying Senator McGill. That's a sedition. Can you please, Mr. Whoever you were that was asking, ask Sekou Scholasco, why is it that he has never called Joseph Barker president? When you answer it, then I would decide to put a mayor to coach name.
But how you just conclude on the person that sedition and ask
the people he pointed out were only seditions that he pointed out that we're not giving him the title. That the people he talked about. So that's why I'm concluding. But I'd be surprised to say he's not here, but he's not here, you are here. So ask Sekou for me.
I don't make the position for Kalasco.
Thank you, Papa. Merry Christmas. We'll see you after Christmas. Everybody be good, eat enough food tomorrow. And I'm not
going to see the picture of our food tomorrow. We want to see the picture.
Which picture?
Yeah. Stand on, I beg you, let me close quick, man. I'm using the phone.
You just come in and you walk out your phone, everybody.
I was trying to.
Stop. We'll go by order. Don't do that, man.
But I'm supposed to be the first, man. Stop is going off.
Yeah, let it go up. It will be good, sir, if it go up. Uncle sir.
I'm supposed to be the first, but yeah. First of all, it's Christmas now here in Johannesburg. Is just around 12:31. I did see my 71st Christmas, and I'm very grateful to God for that. This is a blessing. Unfortunately, a lot of my political adversaries can be calling me 71-year-old man like it's a curse. And I guess it is the inverted pyramid and is the inverted thinking that has basically permeated our society, but I forgive them. Okay, but I just want to say to everybody over the years who cursed me, who I curse, I don't mean any harm. I wish you very well. And Liberia is our home. But look, let's get back to this Joe Barker thing, right? Look, there's no way you can beg your officials not to steal. I beg? Why would you beg them? I mean, you should be saying, I dare you to steal. And I mean, let's just face it, Joseph Barker supporters, the president is inarticulate. He is inarticulate. And then the Glennie will get mad at me again because I will refer to, a certain time of the day. I can't even stand up good. I can't, my lips are not, so, but This is a president. He represents us. We support him. That's why I said he shouldn't go to Lofa by road, and a Liberian pilot flew him. So we gave him a slack. We have to give him a slack. I gave him a slack. What he said, he didn't mean. He didn't mean what he said. You saw Joe Biden. You see Donald Trump. Octogenarians or near octogenarians. That's who we are. Septuagenarians. Our bodies are undergoing the test of time. It affects our lips, it affects our brains, it affects our feet. But he's a president. And instead of his surrogates coming and say he misspoke, they want to make us seem like we're crazy. Like we're the one left our heads in Zonatown. We didn't. We heard it. It was loud and clear. The president was inarticulate. And Dr. Bropleh, you're a big book man. You come into the university, dean. You know what inarticulate mean? You know, Pama Wata, the president was talking. He mean what he said. Okay? The president, what the thing is, slip of the tongue. The big book call it lapsus lingua. That what happened? So let the president, press office, put up a clarification. I agree with Dr. Bropleh and my pumpkin, the Bayoga Jr.'s daughter, that Kula Fofana then should come out tomorrow. Okay? Look at the Dr. Bropleh smiling with open teeth there. Kula Fofana then should come out tomorrow and just assure the public that for those who didn't understand what the president said, this is what he actually meant. There's nothing wrong with that. And they will not, Joe Biden will not come down for the president and say his wife will not leave him, ever Baptist Church will not make, he will still be deacon there, but he will be human. And that is the humanity in Joe Boyka, the person that I have grown to love and respect. And on that note, from the Southern Hemisphere, a Merry Christmas. I love you guys in Stanton. Thanks for this platform. And I won't be here for the whole week. I can assure you that, Stanton, because I have to spend some quality time with this family here because they don't see us very often. So I'll just take the rest of the week off.
Uncle Sam, thank you very much, man. We love having you again. I know you'll be bored and you'll come back, so we can't keep our finger crossed on that one. Let me bring in.
It depends on something. If something dramatic happens, if it's a big news day, I will come. Of course, I will come.
I know. Again, I said
if the fire Grace Bay, I will come. If the fire Grace Bay, I will come.
Well, I don't think there will be any. I don't think there will be any firing. But again, it's up to the president. So we don't know. But let me bring in D. Curtis because I told Dwaro it was D. Curtis. D. Curtis said no. Somebody sounded like him. D. Curtis. Before we go to the last three individuals to close, you like to say something?
Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity. I know all the time I call the show and change my voice so you have for people to know when I'm actually talking on that. But I think the Uncle Sam, I'll tell you when you knock down the show, I'll be on the show. But a perfect opportunity you guys missed, right, is the suffix of the president whole video. I was typing that there. When all people speak in Africa and use parable, they're sending a powerful message. And I think you guys should have had the opportunity to dissect what he meant in that parable. That in parable, that's where the message lies in there. Now, with our country, where we now hear leaders then talking, saying that they want the salary to increase simply because Liberians will come to them and beg them for money. Well, our country, what leaders prefer to build their own schools and colleges and hospitals for people to go there so they can continue to be seen as the Messiah. Given his experience, the president misspoke today. And if the people say we're not entitled to our opinion, then the press release need to come and clarify, or the president needs to come and clarify. If not, we will interpret it any kind of way. And given his experience, that was a poor message that he sent today, and it needs to be rectified. But great show, I enjoy y'all. And the colonists, y'all can be saying the other people, cursing the other people, but indirectly you're insulting each other at the same time, being condescending at the same time while you're giving your point. That was not cool. I'm my own 2 cents.
So talk to us like the other D Curtis now. Do I want to hear that?
Oh, and the president, the thing when the president was spoken today, I think I wanted to understand complication. I have to understand it. So right now, when I decide to understand it, I will decide whether I want to be corruption or I'm not going to be corruption. Because I've been part of the president even using a bed with Nigerian people or with like
Well, Barbara, you're right. That's D Curtis who want to say that's a good one though. Then they say the president say I beg. I didn't know the president could speak Yoruba or some kind of picturing language. Say I beg you. But again, want to say thanks to everybody. Governor Clinton, to your closing. Dr. Richardson and Alcon Gray will take us home. Clinton.
Man, good show tonight. Always, my spoon is so addictive, man. Sometimes you get tired, you don't want to come here, you dream to come here. I don't know, but I'm convinced. I'm really convinced. I think two things. One, I think you people got to my daughter, my 2-year-old daughter. They are using her to to describe my thoughts every time she come here. But this is the last time I'm doing this show from home. I'm not doing this show from home anymore. I have to go office. But yeah. Great show. I mean,
don't use our show to get all of your house this Christmas season, though. Please don't do that. Yes, let me be very clear, and I hope your wife is listening.
You always let trouble
use our show. Go somewhere else and say you got all the library closed for this week, the school closed for this week. Don't use our program and say you're going somewhere else to go eat your 1212, please.
I'm not going anywhere. Ask Uncle Sam, ask Andy Glenny, Basel people, we don't cheat. Ask Walu, Basel people, we don't cheat.
Go ahead.
Look, my great show. I mean, the cause tonight, there's some of everything, I mean, you hear the reaction from the Liberian people tonight, calling from different places on how they feel about what the president said today. And so that says a lot. It's left with the executive mansion to do what they have to do. Our job here is not to do that for the administration. Our job here is to come here and analyze these policy statements from the government and make our position. And that's what we're here for. And you also, have to understand that we are here to hold this government accountable. We come from different political backgrounds, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that. I know how you ran the army in this place. This is my time. You're going to defend tirelessly, like Bropleh can say, because we are going to seize on every opportunity to pounce on you for every mistake. Not a good thing to do, but the mistakes you're making. And in the last 11 months, you made a lot of them. You made so many of them, and we are going to talk about them. But good show. Merry Christmas to everybody. Wonderful time here. I wish I was in Liberia though. I mean, the Christmas in Liberia can be so interesting. Right now it's like 8 degrees in Massachusetts. We'll be home tomorrow and not much. I wish I was in Liberia to run around to all the entertainment centers and really, really enjoy the Christmas. That's how I like to enjoy it. But good show. I'm looking forward to Thursday to talk about the latest developments that are going to happen over the course of tomorrow and the day after. So Merry Christmas. I hope everybody have a good Christmas. I hope.
No, I can
y'all go listen to music. Y'all go listen to music now. That's it.
Yeah. So let's just announce. Let me just announce before Dr. Richardson come in. Kula is responding, and you are right, everyone. That Kula said, "I would never write such a trash. What is posted is not from me." So again, we have to say Kula Fufana. The information that is going on, they say, "Oh, she took it down." So I was able to reach out to Kula. This information, let's be on record. This one, she said, "No, this is not Kula page. This is fake." So let me just announce this. Everyone that running with this, Kula Fufana is saying it's a fake page. It's not her page. Again, this is not Kula. I have had such a page too, that people running around took my picture and created a page. So it was only important that we reach out to Kula Fufana. Now Kula saying, Stanton, that's a trash. It's not me. I would never write such a trash. Thank you very much, Kula Fufana, and thanks for watching. Dr. Richardson, your closing, please.
I was just going to add that it was a great show. It was great seeing everybody here today. Just want to say that we come here to discuss issues that are relevant to Liberia. You know, many of you might feel like these are trivial concepts or ideas, but you know, they're trending in Liberia, as you can see. Many people called and wanted clarification on what was the president saying. And I do believe that he misspoke. I believe that at this point, the president has good intentions for Liberia. Sometimes those intentions are not manifested in a way that I want it to be manifested, or in a way that will develop Liberia, but I believe that he does have good intentions for Liberia. There are people underneath him that work with him that may be doing something completely different, but that's why we're here to speak on those issues. I just want to wish everyone a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. All of you, the panelists, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. It's always good working with you and hearing your different points of views. And I wish people who are living in other parts of the world, primarily Liberia, had an opportunity to listen to MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, and see how panelists behave, see the different views that I offer, that, you know, they are not just criticizing, or the people just don't want to be talking, or they don't just have different views. It's just how it is. You know, this is the news business. It's not, you know, here to run propaganda for one party or the other. It's just here to opine on things that we hear, see, or feel, or from our experience. So just want to say Merry, Merry Christmas. I pray and wish that Liberia will always have a better Christmas, you know, better times for the people in Liberia. I've been hearing and seeing so many things, so many pictures. I read Front Page Africa was not appealing. The news on Front Page Africa about poverty was not appealing to me today. But I wish that many in Liberia just have a peaceful Christmas. Thank you, Stanton.
Dr. Richardson, thank you. I will do my closing after Conor Gray. Conor Gray.
Thank you, Stanton. Happy holidays. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Fellow panelists, hope you enjoyed the day. I know Sam Jackson, you're already there. Merry Christmas. But I think regarding President Boakai, matter of fact, I'm partially informed on this matter. I didn't listen to the entire clip. People have been circulating just a little bit of it, one that suits their position on the issue. But I would just urge President Boakai, because if you were acting on some of his words, people would not even have a way to interpret what he meant. There has been so many caveats sent out by him. We have to see action accompanying those caveats. Until then, people think that he's fleecing corruption. I do believe that he was sending out another caveat, that if this is your intention for being in government, um, let's help the people. But two conjointed or disjointed statement, and anybody can run with it as though it was inarticulate. I mean, it was not clear. But I believe that President Boakai has this intention. But until he begins to act on those intentions, people will always have an interpretation. Take, for instance, if Gerald Rowling made that statement, would people have thought otherwise? They know who Gerald Rowling is. That when he says something, he's going to follow through it. And that's exactly what I want President Boakai to be in. The caveat, the scare, words and so on and so forth have been sent out too many times. We need to see accomplished by an action, especially on this issue of corruption. I don't believe a president will fleece corruption in no uncertain term. I think President Boakai was sending out a caveat, and people should go back and listen. But until he begins to act, people will always think that he's supporting, these bad guys and their actions against our state. But I don't believe that president I'm looking at is capable of doing that. But again, people have a different way of sending out messages. But thank you, Stanton.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Again, till we meet again. May God be with everybody, Sis Glenny. As always, thank you, Mr. Duado.
You guys can tell, like, you can tell Lenny.
Let me do my own close and then
Oh,
you will
oh,
talk
sorry.
about
Oh, I'm so
when you
sorry.
talk about how you and Glenny decide to borrow each other earring.
Okay, sorry.
Mr. Duado, it's good to have you. Dr. Bropleh, you're a wonderful man as always. I appreciate you. Uncle Samuel Jackson, Colonel L. Remy Gray, as a Doe, Clinton, as a Va. Every one of you, even those that just in the chat room giving us our time, the Mo Ali, the Steven Johnson, the Ma May, and the Vandela Patrick, happy birthday to you. To all of our followers, man, you are making Spoon better every day. Your call in, your advice, we appreciate. Every day we miss you. And if you don't see Uncle Sam, though you are mad at him, but yes, indeed, you miss him. You say, Uncle Sam, where is Uncle Sam? Where is Uncle Sam? We appreciate everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. We said thank you. Together next year,
Don't
we
mind
can
it,
make this
they
world
love me. Don't mind it. When they see me president, they want to take a picture with me. Don't
together
mind
next
it.
year, I'm telling you, as we all come together to talk Liberia, to think Liberia, to love Liberia, to build a beautiful Liberia, we don't have to be in government to do this. You can take the camel to the water, folks, but you can have folks that camel to drink. We champion Joseph Boakai and say he would be the better person to lead Liberia through these difficult days. But guess what? If Joseph Boakai wanted to do anything contrary, we have done our work. We can only advise him. We can only encourage him. We can only pray to God that he be a better leader. Whatever Joseph Boakai want to do, if between he and his God and the Liberian people will judge him, I still believe though that Liberia will get better. Whether with Joseph Boakai or without Joseph Boakai, Liberia will get better. And again, may God bless every one of us. My disagreement with you is love. It's not hate. I hate no one. Thank you guys for giving us the opportunity to be in your home. Thank you for contributing the rice for this Christmas that somebody can eat. All those that have contributed, even on the show, that we're still waiting for the $100. Glendy, Francine, Mr. Duado, Uncle Sam. Nobody on the show pay us down for the rice. But again, Dr. Bropleh will say thank you. We still got hope we'll get it from yesterday. I want to say thanks to everyone. We love you, but Jesus loves you the best. We'll see you on Thursday, not tomorrow. Enjoy your Christmas and peace. Be still. Have a good night.
Yeah, please ask Lenny. Thank you for my earrings. Yeah, I'm gonna be supporting them very well. Glenny.
Thank you very much. When you use that earring in Liberia, Glenny. Thank you very much.
Look at you. Look at you.
Good night, pumpkin. Good night, pumpkin. Good night.
Nelson, come on. Let's close the show. Dr. Richardson. Where is it? Dr. Richardson, what did the earring say? You go on. She check up. Nelson, where are you? Let's close this show, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas to you. Prosper, Happy New Year. Somebody please call Nelson Colette. Hope he's not sleeping. The security, please call Nelson Colette. Tango, Tango, Sunshine Cody, Nelson Colette. Tango, Tango, Tango. Nelson Colette, Sunshine Cody. Please, where are you, Nelson? This is Spoon former CEO Cody, Nelson Colette. Please, somebody get me Nelson. We have to go. We have to close this show. Nelson, you started the Christmas too early, though. We still get 9 more minutes to Christmas, Nelson. There you go. James Goody, where is Nelson? Somebody please call Nelson. Lorena, where is Nelson? Everybody call Nelson. Lord have mercy. Nelson going for the Christmas. Okay, Lorena, call the security to call him, please. I want to send a shout out to Mike. Hey, Nelson, you sleeping on us? We got 9 more minutes, though. Mike Jabatel, Merry Christmas to you. Again, you're working so hard, and we wish you well, Mike Jabatel. Thank you. I want to say Mike Jabatel distributed 400 bags of rice of his own proceeds. Guess what? He got money. He bought the rice. People bless him. 400 bags. Mike Jabatel, they can get angry with you, but I really appreciate you. Thank you for doing that for the sake of Liberia. I want to send a shout out to my aunt, Cecile City. Today is her birthday. She's celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday to you, Aunt Cecile. We wish you well from Atlanta City, New Jersey. We celebrate this birthday to you. I want to send a Merry Christmas street to all of my sisters, my brothers in Liberia, outside of Liberia, my family, my mom, Beatrice Witherspoon, my in-law, Mr. and Mr. Kotu Morba. I want to send a Merry Christmas street. All my in-laws want to say happy birthday. my brother Jeremiah, my sister Justine and Grace, Patricia, and all of the siblings want to say again, Annie, everybody want to wish you all Merry Christmas. All your children, the grandchildren will say Merry Christmas. Jeremiah, David Witherspoon Jr., and all our nephew and nieces and everybody from the Witherspoon family will say celebrate it. My dear wife, Laumova, my children, Sam, Diamond, Aliyah, Alikamani, Stanton Jr., grandchildren, Leo, Levi, and every one of them, we want to say Merry Christmas to you. To the entire staff, Madam Titi, the CEO, the business manager, Patricia Dapo, and everybody as the producer, Diamond, Nelson, James, Chocorn, Bropleh, Gerasi, Lorena, Denise, and everybody, those names I can mention, I can't mention. Want to say you guys been doing a wonderful job. We appreciate you. All the Spoon Talk producer, we want to say thank you to all of you. Those that were here before, those that will come, the one-on-one, we want to say thanks to all of you. Remember Abdullah Katamba and everybody else. Again, I want to say thank you. I remember Asif Doe, Mr. Duado, Dr. Richardson, Glendy, Asif Va, Uncle Seb, Mame, Stephen Johnson, Mo Ali. Who am I missing, Nelson? Kev Hassan on the one-on-one. Who else am I missing? Oh, Don Fadika. Yes, I remember Don Fadika. And everybody else. If I just forgot your name, well, like Uncle Sam says, early stage of Alzheimer or dementia. But we refuse that. All of our constant guests on the show, I want to remember you guys. Musa Ability, Edwin Snow, Nathaniel McGill, all the majority and minority black member, for the family, I want to remember you. The speaker one, the speaker two, Richard Cohn, and Funati Kofa, Jeremiah Cohn, the vice president, everybody, I want to remember you guys. Enjoy the Christmas. Those that contributed, Dr. Nimle, want to say thank you very much, Dr. Twang, thank you very much. The Fulani Progressive Union, thank you. Representative Nathan Bia, thank you. Kalando, thank you. And everybody else that contributed. The UP, USA, Canada, in Maryland, want to say thanks to all of them. Your contribution have gone a long way. We appreciate all the rest, everything, the distribution, we say thank you. And you know, seriously, people ready, they were blessed. Because of your contribution, they were blessed. I want to send a shout out to my my church pastor, Pastor Jimmy James, his wife, Marcia James, and all the brethren at the church. The members, we want to recognize you and say Merry Christmas. To my dear brother, Pastor Raymond Carlos and his family, the entire Redeemer Lutheran Church, we want to say Merry Christmas to you. If I forget anyone, I want to say to all my friends and my loved ones, Merry Christmas. Folks in District Number 12, Chicken Soup Factory, MTA, LPRC, Bannersville, Stephen Tabo, Ashton, Zinkiam, everywhere, we want to say Merry Christmas. To you also in Newcomtown, Saigon, Funde, Point Foot Junction, Calway Junction, and all over, we want to say Merry Christmas to you. We will celebrate you because you celebrate us. Above all, you make this network your network. This is the people's network. We appreciate you. St. Nelson got nothing to do. 4 more minutes to Christmas. Nelson, what you want us to do? I got 4 more minutes with you. You're muted, Nelson.
No, the recognition across is just something good.
Yeah, I recognize everybody, Nelson. The good people, the bad people, those people that hate us, those people that love us, we want to recognize all of them. When my priest Mensa, she in the country, want to recognize her. She gave some rest out to her people today too. We said thank you, Representative Mama Elena Todd. We want to recognize you too. I want to recognize the majority leader and the minority leader, the chairman, Koga, and everybody else. We want to recognize you guys. The pro tem and all the leadership of the Senate, we want to recognize you as well. I want to say recognize the First Lady. We hope the First Lady can have a birthday celebration for the children or more. That way they can go and dress and go just get candy. You know, I got a lot of candy over here. I got a lot of candy. Any of my nephews and nieces that come, you see all the candy? I just take one and give it to them. My grandson start eating this candy. You see it? And man, fighting for the candy that crazy. I had to bring it in the office. Yeah, he tearing the candy up. And it's not safe though. You know, he's gonna get sugar and he's gonna be hot. But again, we want to say thank you, all of you. We appreciate you. We celebrate you. We want to say Fofi SB for father. Fofi. Enjoy, yeah? My picking enjoy. Bunny Davis want to say happy birthday. We can call your name, though. If you want us to say your shout out, we can call your name. I don't know what's wrong with your phone. Something is on, Nelson, that giving a bad feedback. Then it's called happy Merry Christmas to you. Fofi, Merry Christmas to you. Mahmoud, Merry Christmas to you. Lynn Lapaul, Merry Christmas. Emmanuel Blanky Gaga, Merry Christmas. We want to say Abu Bakar Kroman, Merry Christmas. I want to remember Morris Harris, Merry Christmas. And all of you, all the good and the bad, the ugly, want to say Merry Christmas. Seattle Smith, Merry Christmas. I said a special one to Bill Carlson. Again, all our old and new and all of our people, we say, enjoy, yeah. We got 2 minutes and will be Christmas Day in Liberia. Let me run away before I get myself in situation. Because if Christmas meet me on the show, everybody will say, see you, my Christmas, my Christmas. So I got to run away. See you guys tomorrow. God bless you. Don't drink and drive. Be safe. Your life is important. You want to see another Christmas. Be careful. Eat, sit back, relax. Don't get in any trouble. And know that your life is important. Merry Christmas and a prosper, happy New Year to all. God bless. Thank you, Nelson.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas to you as well. And folks, we want to appreciate all of you for being here with us. It seemed like yesterday, Christmas Day 1 year ago, when some of you were still here with us, watching Spoon, engaging in the comment section, appreciating what Spoon does for you. Yes, it seemed like yesterday, 1 year ago, and of course we're here another Christmas. We want to appreciate all of you who have been um, along this journey with Spoon, with the Spoon Network, from January up until now, or from last December up until now. We appreciate all of you for being here. Thanks for your input. Thanks for your contribution. Thanks for standing here with the Spoon Network. And thanks to uh, the many of you as well who just joined. We appreciate the fact that you're here with us. And Merry Christmas to all of you. Spoon Talk will be on the radio on Thursday. As you heard, tomorrow there wouldn't be any show. Or let's say here in Liberia today, or on the 25th of December, Christmas Day, there wouldn't be any show. You can take up the time, take a break, rest, enjoy yourselves. Spoon Talk will be on the radio on Thursday, at which time we'll be here to bring you another great show. A Merry Christmas to all of you across the world. Just before we go, um, let me do a special birthday greeting for you. That's you, uh, Mrs. Martha George Yato, aka Elegant Design. You're the CEO of Elegant Design. I want to say happy birthday to you. Um, we wish you all the best as you celebrate your natal day today. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. Martha George Yato, aka Elegant Design. You're an ardent follower of the Spoon Show. You're always here engaging in the comment section, appreciating folks, agreeing and disagreeing with folks here. We appreciate your contribution as well. Elegant Design CEO, Mrs. Martha George Yato. Happy birthday to you. We wish you all the best as you celebrate your natal day today, and the entire team at Elegant Design. Happy birthday to all of you. And yes, we also want to do a special sorry uh a special birthday greeting for the director of news here at the Spoon Network, Cyrus Nimela Hamo, a brother, a friend, a professional colleague. Sarah Hamo celebrates his birthday today as well. Let me get this up. We want to wish you all the best, Cyrus Hammond. Happy birthday as you celebrate your natal day today. This is it. Let me see if I can get it on from this end. Yes, we wish you all the very best, Cyrus, as you celebrate your natal day today. Happy birthday to the man himself, Cyrus Hammond of the Spoon Network. We wish you all the best as you celebrate your natal day today. Best wishes. Happy birthday to Cyrus Nimila Hammond of the Spoon Network. And to all of you celebrating birthdays today, we want to wish you all the best. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, wherever you are, as you celebrate your birthday today. We wish you all the very, and we're saying a happy birthday to you. So yes, so happy birthday to Cyrus Hammond, and thanks to all of you for being here with us. Ricky Jiplo, our very good media colleague as well. You're listening along with the entire family. Thanks for always following, joining us tonight. Ricky Jiplo, DJ Asaboy, thanks for joining us tonight. And the madam as well, Mrs. Jiplo, Mrs. Grace Jiplo. Yes. Merry Christmas to you, the entire family. And thanks for joining us tonight. AJ, Jennifer Noah, Charles Mars, Daniel, Junior Buzizi, Dode. Hope I got the name right. Newman, Bobo, Dave Colley, Elegant Design. Happy birthday to you. And all of you joining us tonight, we want to say thanks for being here with Spoon. This is how we like to end up. They will come your way again. Have a good night. Have a good night. Mr. Philip Bala, you celebrated your birthday on the 19th of December. Yes, that was 6 days ago. Happy belated birthday to you, sir. We appreciate the fact that you're one of the followers of the Spoon Network that's always engaging here with us. Happy belated birthday to you, Mr. Philip Bala. Thanks a lot, folks. I'm Nelson Colette. Have a good night. Merry Christmas. And thanks for being here with us. Bye-bye for now.
Spoon gonna tell